This is a Headgum podcast.
February 24th, 2024. Air raid sirens bellowed over the capital city, Kyiv, marking the beginning of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. As CNN documented this ominous occasion on its live feed, the cable news network transitioned to split screen to accommodate an ad break, and the audio cross-faded to, "And a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night." The song? Zac Brown Band's Chicken Fried, which charted at #1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs back in 2008, and had since been licensed as a commercial jingle by a grill and bar concept known for its riblets and dollaritas. The grotesquely funny juxtaposition of urban airstrikes with an advertisement for discounted boneless wings with the purchase of any burger became a potent symbol of this nation's perverse for-profit news ecosystem. Each outlet a mouthpiece of a political party, but more generally, of the American oligarchy. The sit-down chain in question pulled its ads from CNN as a result of this tone-deaf association. Founded in 1980 in the greater Atlanta area by business and romantic partners Bill and TJ Palmer, the brand name was semi-randomly selected from a phone book, its spelling altered so it could be trademarked. Today, it's grown to over 1,700 franchise locations and is operated under an umbrella corporation that also owns IHOP. The large footprint dine-in grill has remained a potent player in the chain restaurant industry, in part thanks to its nimble addition of takeout windows post-pandemic. As of this recording, the still ongoing Russia-Ukraine war appears to be escalating, perhaps in anticipation of an abrupt reverse course once the 82-year-old President Biden hands the reins to a comparatively youthful 78-year-old President-elect Trump. But regardless of who's in charge, American news networks remain unfit to inform the public, even when they're not airing ill-timed fast food commercials. This week on Doughboys, we're eating good in the neighborhood with our first official review of Applebee's.
It's the Doughboys!
You are so off rhythm right now. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, a man that is bummed out about not being able to storm the Capitol again, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
I can't do it this year. Can't do it this year. Hey, we're content this year.
Yeah. Don't need to cause any sort of fuss. Josh from Chicagoland sent that in, roastedbirdfuck.com.
We don't have to be afraid. Everything is going to be okay, Wags, as long as there's good people.
Mitch, look to the helpers, I say.
Mr. Rogers.
That's right. Nah, whatever. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine.
Things are going to be fine. Or they're not. And either way, you have no control over it. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do?
People are going to think that this is like the week of the election or something, and it's not. We're a couple weeks out.
We're actually dealing, Mitch, and this episode's coming out in December, obviously. Thus the little bit of Christmas decorations you have behind you.
My stocking fell. I heard it fall earlier.
There's a single
Say
candy
something?
cane on this cactus.
Everyone knew that it fell.
Yeah, I saw it. I forgot to fix it. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Too much coal in the bottom of it, I guess.
Wow,
You're
okay.
a bad boy.
That's
He's so bad.
This was if I was like 12 years old, this would like get me close to crying. Honestly.
Saying there was coal in your stocking?
Yeah.
12?
12? Yeah, truly. 12? Cole?
7th grade?
Middle school?
Middle school.
Okay.
Maybe
Also,
6th grade.
Mitch,
Sure.
you can still storm the Capitol. You can.
Yeah. Until I have until January, basically. I could still storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long December, Wags.
Look, there's the bad news I think we're dealing with right now, Mitch, that I didn't want to talk about.
I reminded myself of that song.
This is a headline that again will be a few weeks old by the time this episode's released, but I think it's something we have to address on the show. Blackstone strikes $8 billion deal for sandwich chain Jersey Mike's. Blackstone, a private equity firm that also owns Hilton, Legoland, Ancestry.com, and Spanx. Now they will be overseeing Jersey Mike's subs, one of our favorite chains, a chain that is scaled up and maintained a level of quality admirably. And now, like everything, it's a victim to the vampire squid tendrils of capital. So there you go.
I don't know. That's a pretty iconic thing to do, to be like, have a sandwich, put on your Spanx.
Well, that's the same sort of thing of like, Rourke Capital is another one, and they own both like Anytime Fitness and Subway. Like it's like this is like a common thing, and they also own like what is it, Meineke Car Care. So it's like all these firms like own all these different businesses. Wow. They have their fingers in all these different pies and whatever. It's probably the quality will go down, which is a bummer because that's a place I go to consistently.
Yeah.
I had it for dinner last night.
What'd you get?
Turkey and provolone on the rosemary.
Yeah, the number
Parmesan
7.
bread,
Yeah.
The number. I love that you know it. The number 7.
My regular order.
Mm.
You do that turkey provolone.
I love the turkey provolone.
Yeah. I had the tuna last week, which I never do, and I was like, this tuna's not bad. I like the Jimmy John's tuna a little bit more, but it's not bad.
Were the too much tuna guys behind the counter?
They were, yeah.
They were.
I hope that they leave Jersey Mike's alone. I hope they're like, you know what, we this chain is doing all right. We're gonna profit off of it, for some dumb reason because that's how our economy works. But we'll let them do what they do best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. Think it's gonna be ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
still
really
singing
sorry.
Long December, by the way.
You didn't do the thing that you said we're gonna do.
Oh, wait. Why? This episode is gonna be 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom.
I boomed.
I'm gonna boom that we were doing that beforehand too. And no one really likes it.
That's so funny.
These are also 2 comedy pros, AJ and
Big Justice.
And Big Justice.
Those are the Costco boys?
They're the Costco boys.
Costco
And then they
guys,
have
yeah.
the little one.
The Rizzler.
Rizzler.
The Rizzler's great.
I like them.
Yeah, they're great.
They're fun.
They're a lot of fun.
They are fun. They're fun.
Boomer Doom is great.
Yeah, it's a lot like Snack or Whack in a lot of ways.
It perhaps shares some similar DNA with Snack or Whack. That's okay.
How do you think the Costco boys or Costco guys, like, do you think the dad was like, man, I love Costco. Let me bring my chunky little son there, and we'll do a song about how much I love Costco.
I think there was a little bit of like, AJ is someone who was in case you know some of this, was a wrestler in the past, right? Yeah. Was an indie wrestler
This
back
is
in
the dad?
the day. This is the dad.
Okay.
And so I think there was he has a little bit of a carny heritage, a little bit of like, I know how to like make something a thing,
Mm.
And I think that maybe that the Costco guys becoming the Costco guys was maybe a little bit of an accident. It was maybe a little bit organic. But once that happened, he was like, we're going to lean into this gimmick. This is our thing.
It's great.
God bless him.
I like him.
I like it too.
I love that chunky little boy. And I say chunky with love.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Big Justice
just
is great.
so round. I love round people.
I like round people
I think
too.
it's because I'm a round person.
Sure.
I'm a rounder.
We're rounders.
We're rounders. Me, you, Matt Damon.
Yeah. Us, Matt Damon, Halle Berry, all around. What are you doing?
No,
Bitch
that's
is adjusting the arm.
I don't think
you just
so.
lifted the table up. I'm
Yeah,
scared
I don't
that's
think
gonna
you can do
snap.
that.
Yeah, we can help you.
It's fine.
Here, can I fix
No.
No.
You're going to break the
It's
table.
fine.
Mitch just said it's fine, so we don't need to worry about anything breaking.
But you pick the table up and there's a weight on the table and I'm scared it's gonna pull
Yeah,
the table.
you
Can I fix
can't
it
do
the right
this.
way? Can I just do it real quick?
Fine.
It's just sorry, I didn't mean to hit you with it.
It's all right.
But watch your hand.
It's
I don't
okay.
want to get you.
No, I don't. This is not. This doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Doesn't work for me.
Then what
Then
does
it's
work
here.
for you?
Yeah,
It's
what
there.
works
So
is
Emma
it's
is
never
moving
been-
the
it's
microphone
Here,
arm.
take the weight off.
Here.
No, it has.
No,
it has.
listen.
No, it
Do
has it. I
this.
checked this.
Do this.
Yeah, no, we gotta check.
No.
It's gonna break the.
Come on,
Hold on,
Mitch.
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 Everyone is telling you this is a bad idea.
Here.
Oh my god. Can't we just take the weight off?
Why
No,
can't you
the table will flip.
put a pillow behind you so you're closer?
Yeah, you want a pillow? You want a
No,
back pillow?
I don't want a pillow.
Maybe we need to get a taller table back there. Was there a taller table back there?
The arm used to come up. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole fixed it. All right, we're set.
Just going forward. Thank you, Nicole.
How did we forget how to do this?
Do you know what
It's only been a
I
few
think about this
months.
new position? Boom!
Boom!
Boom.
All right, Mitch, you got a drop to play.
Emma hit him with the drop. After fixing the table, being mad at me.
I'm not mad.
And I like Jesus. And I like Christianity, the spirituality, the morality that exists within the faith, and those people who truly do live by it.
I understand.
Okay, I was wrong. This was boring. Bye. Get the fuck out of here.
What the hell is going on?
Fuck
what
you.
What the fuck? What the hell happened?
Fuck up.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to...
There it is.
Bernie.
I liked it.
A lot going on there.
This Christian Drop is the name of it.
Oh, that's
Christian
fun.
Drop. For Nicole's ep today.
Oh, yay.
Hello, here's a submission for the drop-off.
From
What?
2022, it's an old one.
Oh, hello, here's a submission for the drop-off. I'm a teacher from Springfield, Missouri.
Wow.
Mizzou, old Mizzou. But I'm currently living in Wags. Can you help me say the city in China that this is? Guangzhou?
Sounds right.
G-
Guangzhou? Something like that?
G-
Kwang Chao.
Guangzhou. Guangzhou.
Okay.
China. If you play this, please shout out to my friend Aileen.
Hi,
I-
Aileen.
Is it Aileen or Eileen?
Hi, Eileen.
Is it with an
Jeez
A?
Louise. This is making me. It's
A-Y-L-I-N-E.
A-Y-L-I-N-E.
I think it's Aileen.
Probably
Aileen.
Aileen, yeah.
Very cool to meet someone out here who also listens to this dumb shit. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Another part of our Chinese fandom.
Wow.
This is my obliviousness about what media is accessible in different parts of the world, because I know that there's a little bit of internet censorship that happens in China. I didn't know you could get the Doughboys there. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's good to know that in China you can still listen to this dumb. You can see us say "boom" 5 times in a row. And shout out
Hey, you
to
know what? Xi Jinping gets 5 booms. Boom.
boom, 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 boom.
It's deeply funny to me. And I think I'll laugh every time.
And also shout out to my buddy Dan back home who introduced me to Doughboys many years ago.
Wow. How about that?
Song sampled Chris Staples' "Walking with a Stranger," "Living Sacrifice" by Bloodwork. Thanks for the show. Andy Carr. He put his full name.
Thanks, Andy.
Andy Carr.
Andy
I wonder
Carr.
if that was sent in 2022. I wonder if Andy is still over there in China.
That's a
Or I
great
wonder
question.
if maybe back
Or
in
maybe-
Springfield.
He moved back and stopped listening because it wasn't picked until 2 years later.
Wow.
That's a great.
Very
great
much be the
point.
And
case.
he's just missing
He's
it.
pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, he hates you guys.
drops
Change his
it
name
for-
to Andy Bus.
Boo! Negative boom.
You guys are giving me dooms?
That's a doom, Mitch.
A doom?
Andy Carr just changed to Andy Bus? What? What comment is that making? Drops at birdfuck.com.
He got so mad he changed his name to Andy Bus.
He changed his name to a different vehicle.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Oh, no, it sucked.
Yeah, every joke on the show sucks. You know what? I'm giving Andy Bus a boom. Boom!
A guy you made up. Our guest host of the podcast, Why Won't You Date Me, which is now right here on Headgum. Nicole Byer is back. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Thanks so much for being here.
Of course.
We all knew that there was something about his name being Andy Carr that was fun to joke on.
You're going to double down on this?
We all were thinking in our comedy brains, I went with the easiest bad one that didn't really work.
Yeah.
But I took a swing at it, Wags. You two should be ashamed. You didn't take a swing at all.
Okay, Andy SUV.
That's pretty good.
I was going to say Andy Truck, but I feel like SUV is a little bit more heightened. So.
Oh, Andy Truck, that gets a doom.
Nicole, I want to talk about food, but before we get into that, we had some movie discussions last night that I feel like are worth recapping.
Yeah.
There's a movie that I saw that I don't think I don't think you've seen. But I'm talking about the sequel to Joker,
Oh,
Folie
yes.
à Deux.
Yes.
I did not care for this movie. You have a different
Loved
take.
It. I loved Joker 2, The Squeakquel. If you listen to Why Won't You Date Me, I have talked about it almost exclusively for a couple of months. I really loved it.
That is baffling to me, but then it's even more baffling when you reveal that you have not seen Joker 1.
That's right.
I
only
have
seen the
no
sequel.
idea what happened in Joker 1. I think he did kill Robert De Niro, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that much. And then he was like in jail. And I think it's like a rom-com. I think the singing's pretty funny. And then it's also a meet cute because the Joker meets Harley Quinn.
Right.
They're two crazy people. They agree to be crazy. Then he's like, wait, I'm not crazy. And then she's like, you're not matching my freakiness. So I got to break up with you. And that's boundaries. And that's feminism.
Okay, well argued.
I agree.
It was great. It was also very long.
It's so long and so slow.
Nothing happens.
No.
It's fun, though.
I was so bored, and having seen the first movie, the movie is entirely about the first movie. It's all like a trial about what happened in the first movie. And so I'm like, well, I saw this stuff, and you're just describing stuff that I already saw. So like, what's the point? I'm not even a fan, like, really of Joker 1. Yes, I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's the only movie I've reviewed on my account. But I will say it's just like it's such a complete diversion from the first one that I think you maybe wouldn't like the first one.
Maybe. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was shot really pretty.
I gotta find your Letterboxd account.
It's just my name.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look right now.
Yeah.
I love that you're like, I gotta find it. And it's like, you could just ask him what it is.
That's true. I didn't have to search for it. I guess you would.
Yeah.
You would tell me willingly. Nick Weiger. Let's see here.
Speaking of big, big budget bombs of this past year.
Did it bomb?
It did. It did not perform well at the box office.
I thought it like made back its budget and stuff.
No, I think it didn't come close. I think it was a pretty disastrous.
Wow. You have 35 followers, Nick.
Do I really?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Favorites, Blue Lagoon.
I don't know, Blue Lagoon.
I'm just saying it's like a pervert movie. I was trying to think of pervert movies.
Yeah.
But
I figured.
Yeah.
The
The
Italian,
Professional, Leon the Professional.
that Italian adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. It cast actual 14-year-olds. Okay. Speaking of these big like huge movies that like people didn't like and didn't respond to generally, did you see Megalopolis?
No.
I think you'd like Megalopolis.
Yeah?
I think you would. If you like Joker, I can say this with confidence. If you like Joker Folie à Deux, you'll love Megalopolis.
Okay.
It's similarly just
I actually think you will
insane.
like Megalopolis.
I think you will like it.
Okay.
Do you know what Aubrey Plaza's character's name is in the movie?
Is it like Pussy Friend?
It's that sort of thing. Her name is Wow Platinum.
That's funny.
It's funny. And the other thing I would say, pertinent to the Doughboys, we say, our Boomer Doom, we say wow on the show all the time. We're always saying wow. And we have the Platinum Plate Club if you are like a chain that gets 5 forks. I think there's maybe a chance that it's a reference to the Doughboys podcast, Wow Platinum, which would make sense because Mitch and I are a couple of goofballs.
The joy. You like scrunched up a little bit before you did it. I love when someone loves a bit so much. Like, you were so pleased with yourself. Man, I loved that.
I was like Mitch saying Andy fucking, what did you say?
Andy Buss is
Andy
way
Buss.
better than this. He's done this for months now.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know it was going to continue into
I wasn't planning on it, but I was like, oh, you know what? Megalopolis is kind of like Joker Folie à Deux. They're two of
it is true.
Two similar films.
They are very similar films.
Yeah.
Okay.
These auteurs or wannabe auteurs making these big like passion projects that people are just like, this. I fucking hate this.
We also had a big discussion last night about Jay Leno being bullied by the mob.
I don't think he got beat up. I believe him that he fell down. You think he got bullied?
He looks like a black and white cookie.
by the shark?
Half his face is black. And he's in his arm is broken.
Yeah.
He said he fell down a 60-foot hill?
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you?
I am curious if anyone
You're not going to get a penny from me, motherfucker. That's what we were doing last night at the restaurant.
You'll get your money when I get my residual tip.
I haven't touched my Tonight Show money yet. I'm not going to touch it for you. He has huge gambling debts because he refuses to touch his Tonight Show money.
But it is wild that he keeps having oopsies.
Yeah, I know.
Like a car blew up in his face.
That was 2 years ago. That was probably contemporaneous with when Andy Carr sent in his drop.
It is right around that. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean,
you said a word that I don't think me or Mitch knows. What you?
Contemporaneous?
Yeah.
It was a little too much. Wait, what?
It was a little too much.
What were you about to say about Andy Carr?
I was just going to say, here these days, he goes by Andy Bus.
Mm-hmm. Ah, my fucking finger. It's so funny to think of Jay Leno being like, motherfucker.
No, don't hurt me like that. It's wild. Yeah.
I hope he's okay. I mean, I would
okay.
love for him to be in trouble with the mob. I think it is a more fun reality.
Right.
Yeah.
People on Twitter think it's the case.
Yes. I buy it. I think he's in trouble. He has so much money. How's he falling down hills? You don't have a golf cart to take you down the hill?
But that's kind of the thing of like, I think he's kind of he's such like a creature of the road that I could see him being like, just making the calculation of like, I know how to do that. You know, like, I don't want to walk all the way down this hill. I'm just going to take a shortcut.
Why was he on top of a hill?
I don't know. Why does he do 250 stand-up dates a year?
Because the recession is going to get worse. That is why these people are padding their money. That's why everyone's touring. Jerry Seinfeld doesn't need to tour, but he's touring.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I was at the airport and there were so many hot people working. I was like, the hots can't get the good jobs that they want. So they're working at the air. This is going to get bad for everybody.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first.
It's about time, Hots. How does it fucking feel, huh? Fucking Hots.
Lost my job at Headgum. I work at the duty-free shop. I had jury duty which we were talking about last night, and it was at the airport courthouse. So I had to drive to the airport every day.
Bless.
And it gave me so much empathy for airport workers because I was like, if this is your commute,
I thought you said it wasn't at the airport. It's near the airport.
It's near the airport. I mean, I was getting off the exit. You get off to go to LAX.
Really?
It's called the airport courthouse. Yeah. Yeah, it's not far. I mean, like, it's not right on the airport, but it's like close enough where it's like.
Did you have to go through TSA every day? Just
No,
kidding.
What was the? Can you talk about the like?
I don't want to talk about it because I know our Reddit detectives will try to dox this poor man who was found not guilty.
But was the case airport based? Can you let the?
It was not an airport case.
Okay, all right.
Which is wild that it was at the airport. I love this.
Yeah,
I know, Jemmy. So Jemmy is
staring at
being
you.
tentative about getting up onto the couch next to Mitch there.
She wants more cheese.
Come on,
Get it, girl.
come
Go
on.
ahead.
If you want the cheese, you got to come up on the couch.
Go ahead.
Again, it
Go, girl.
just sounds wild coming from your mouth. I know
Yeah.
you're talking to a dog.
Come here, baby girl. Come on, get up. Come on,
So upsetting.
sit next to daddy. Come on,
No.
come on, good girl. Come on, come on, come on.
girl.
She's
Get
thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Come on, sit next to daddy. Come on. Come on, you look good. Get up here.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
God.
What? I'm being nice to the dog.
You look
Jimmy,
good,
get up there
girl.
and bite him.
You look
Yeah,
very good,
bite
girl.
him.
Come on. Look at you. You're so young and vibrant.
All right, back off.
Back off, Jemmy.
Yeah, back off of Jemmy, the
I
beloved
didn't realize
studio
you were
dog.
shocked by what I said.
You're just like, come on, you're so young and vibrant. Oh my God. It's upsetting.
All right, Jemmy is eating the cheese.
girl.
There you go.
Good
Yeah,
girl.
That was
here's a
cute.
good girl.
Did you, speaking of movies, did we ever talk about The Whale? Did you see The Whale?
I loved it. When his fat little feet jump up to go to heaven.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my
It's the
God.
best.
I was on a plane and I screamed. It was a red eye. It was the dead of night. The little feet jumped up and I went, oh! And I laughed and laughed. It was such a wild movie. I was like, did they speak to a single fat person?
Yeah.
It was so wild.
It is funny. Also, in heaven, isn't he thin too? When you get to heaven, like didn't he become a thin man in heaven?
I
Or-
think he resembled, but you don't really see that much. Like the
No.
last shot, there's
Oh,
just
no.
sort of the beach tableau,
Yeah.
and like I don't think you really see his body.
we should have seen him meet God, and God turns him into a thin person.
God puts him on the Jared diet.
Oh, no.
Jared is here too. Jared's not even dead yet.
But somehow he's in heaven. Oh,
Yeah, it's that movie is like it's insane. The ending made my jaw drop. I saw it in the theater and I did this. Like involuntarily. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. He floats.
His fat little feet, like I just
It's insane. You saw that in the theaters, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't we watch it for the podcast or some shit?
We eventually did it. We eventually did something for the podcast
Or
about
was
it.
it the second time that I saw it? Who knows?
It's
I don't think
tough
it's a good movie. I think it's a rough movie.
When he
I think
gets
that you maybe just don't. I don't know. If
I don't like good movies.
I don't know if you like movies. Possibly.
I love movies. I love the part where the pizza man comes and is like horrified at him. He's like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God.
Horrified at like a person, like a body size I see like every time I go to Costco.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Also, I'm like, you deliver pizza to this man every day. He don't come out. Like, what did you think he looked like?
The pizza guy is one of the biggest villains in the movie. He's a horrible. Also, he's tipping him great.
He's giving him great tips.
He's giving him great
Yeah.
tips. You think the guy he's giving him great tips? You think the guy who gets the great tips finally sees this guy who he knows he doesn't want to be seen and is going to be like, oh,
But also,
it's
just
insane.
go, hey, dude, how are you?
Yes.
That's it.
I like when he finally turns on his Zoom camera in the
everyone's like,
classroom. And everyone's like, oh my God,
It's
he's fat.
wild. It's so weird to call the movie The Whale.
The Whale, yeah.
And then everyone's like, ah, he's fat.
And it starts with him jacking off.
It's
We liked that part.
I like that he was jacking off.
you love that part. I had a great time watching it.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe I don't like good movies.
Which is fine. Also, what is a good movie?
Exactly.
Wags?
All this stuff is so subjective.
Mhm.
I did like The Substance. Did you like The Substance?
I love
I
The
like the
Substance.
Substance.
Okay,
It's
good.
great. Substance is
Okay,
fun.
so I do like good movies.
Did you
Okay.
see Revenge, the director's previous movie?
No, I want to, though.
I think you'd like it.
Because I loved it. I thought it
Yeah.
was so fucking good.
Revenge is fucking nasty.
Stinky movie year this year, though, I would say.
I don't think I was any of us were particularly enthused about 2024 overall as a movie year. Unfortunately, there were some gems in there, but few and far between, and a lot of garbage. Let's talk about
Bring back Ted.
Ted has a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, bring him back to theaters.
Ted 3
Bring
in the
him back
theaters.
to the big
Bring
screen.
Ted on the big screen. He's in
Just
the little.
stream Peacock in the movie theater so I can watch Ted the TV
That's
show.
what I would like to see. Ted. We want to see Ted again.
I don't think Ted is going to be the savior of the cinema. I think there's bigger issues than that.
You don't think Ted is going to be the savior of the cinema?
I don't think if they released Ted 3 theatrically, that would be a thing where people would be like, movies are back. Like, I think there's like other issues going on.
Wait,
right?
did Madam Web come out this year?
Madam Web
Madam
was
Web-
this year,
Madam
yeah.
Web
This year
was
has been
there.
10 years long. Jesus Christ. Again, that's a movie I loved. I have seen Madam Web 3 times.
I have not seen Madam Web yet, but I think Madam Web would be like fun in a way that some other bad movies that came out this
I
year have not
loved
been.
it.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
Casey, you see Madam Web?
I did not. It did not look like I would like it.
Yeah.
So I just did not go.
But your favorite movie of the year, I assume, remains Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2 is still high up there, but close second, I would say Anora. I enjoyed
Anora,
loved
yeah.
it.
Oh, I haven't
Nora's
seen
fun.
that yet.
I thought
That
Nora
looks
was
good.
fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's a fun movie.
But I will say this about Madam Web.
Yeah.
The villains, all of his dialogue is in ADR, and you can tell. At one point, I yelled in theaters, I went, they didn't finish the movie. Because he is speaking and his mouth is not moving.
Wow.
It's wild. Everyone's in a different movie. It's great. I loved it.
I gotta
I
see it.
gotta see it.
I haven't not seen it yet, and I see all that stupid bullshit. So I,
I will
should
say
see
this. If you watch it, you should run out of theater and invite friends and watch it all. It was really fun on the big screen.
I love it.
It's wild.
You're both invited if I do this, which I probably won't, but
Yeah,
still.
you won't, but I like to be invited to things.
You're invited always.
Thank you.
I invite you to things. Well, I don't do anything.
You don't need. Yeah, I was like, what have you done?
I don't do anything. I've
And
been
that's
gone for
okay.
3 months.
You do stuff. You do stuff.
I do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
do
here.
something.
You're doing things.
Yeah.
You feed cheese to dogs and call them good girls and say, "Come up here, Daddy wants you."
I've invited you to my birthdays before.
Yeah, what is happening? You also like picked up your phone to be like, "I'll show you."
We used to be on a Harold team together, Nicole.
I'm aware of this. Yeah.
What a team.
I remember. What was that team called?
Cooper.
Cooper.
Mhm,
Right. Cooper.
mhm,
What
mhm.
year? Boy, this was a while
This
ago.
is 10 years ago.
At least, yeah, probably 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. Oh,
And
my
I
God.
distinctly remember a scene where you were trying to pull a crocodile out of a toilet, and it's the hardest I've laughed on stage. I can't remember any specifics other than you were like, there's a crocodile in this toilet.
It sounds like kind of what we still do on the podcast.
Do a little proto bayou.
I guess
man.
we're doing a proto bayou because we talk about the bayou down here.
Bayou.
We talk about the bayou on the show.
You might find yourself a gator in the toilet down here on the bayou.
If you're up in Canada where the toilet goes backwards, you might find a white gator.
That's right. Everyone knows the toilet goes backwards in Canada.
My God.
You know about the bayou guys?
No. No.
Nicole, you haven't been listening to the pod?
I'm so sorry. God bless. I can't listen to podcasts.
I get it.
I don't listen to podcasts either.
I do listen to podcasts, but I know the two of you, obviously, extraordinarily talented podcasters, and I know many other great podcasters who just can't listen to podcasts.
What a lie.
I get it. I
Well,
understand.
Do you listen in
Extraordinarily
the
talented
car?
podcasters.
I know.
Felt like an insult.
That's an insult.
Not just you do other stuff
No,
too. You're
I
great
know.
actors. You're
But,
very
like,
funny
someone
comedians.
being like,
hey,
you're
thanks a lot.
good at podcasting, and it's like, I'm good at talking.
No, by the way, you do other stuff too.
I'm saying, never
Yeah, all
mind.
that other stuff.
Wait, how do you listen to podcasts? Like in the car?
I will. Well, I walk a lot, and then in the car or in the on the train, whatever. You know, it's I just sort of like have a. And if I'm doing something like I'm doing the dishes or I'm cleaning the house, you know, that's a sort of any sort of domestic chore, folding laundry, I'll listen to podcasts. But I listen to a lot of like NBA podcasts or like news podcasts. You know, I don't really listen to all that many comedy podcasts.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
What are the how are the NBA podcasts? There's a new basketball they're talking about here.
Mitch, you're a sporto. Don't act like you don't understand what analysis and discussion is. It's not about a new basketball.
The Atlanta
Welcome
Hawks
to the NBA podcast. We got a new basketball. It's slightly off orange.
The Atlanta Hawks have put on new nets this week. Is this where we're at? This is ridiculous, Wags.
New basketball. Wider's like, you know sports. You know what a sport is. You know.
This is where we're at with podcasting.
New basketball. God. It's so funny.
Okay.
The Charlotte Hornet B is up to no good this week. Is this what they update you on?
The Buzz City mascot?
The Buzz City.
No, there's other topics that are explored. You know, more just about like why is this team succeeding? Why is this player not living up to expectations? That sort of stuff.
Can I just go back to something?
Wait, I just gotta say that was so lovely that you genuinely explained an NBA podcast to Mitch.
And I zoned it out completely.
Yeah, he was like, I don't care.
I know what one is, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot. Do you remember
You
that?
were just break.
Just
acting like you didn't.
acting, my boy. I was acting.
It's one of the other things he
one of the
does.
other
now
things.
now you're turning on me. What's going on here?
We gotta go back to something.
Yeah.
When you guessed Wow Platinum's name, you guessed Pussy Friend.
I knew it was something fun and I couldn't remember.
Pussy Friend is pretty good.
Pussy Friend.
Yeah.
Pussy
I'm
Friend.
Pussy Friend.
That was an alternate title for Doughboys, the Pussy Friends.
Pussy Friends.
Let's talk about food a little bit. Okay, so why won't you date me? Obviously, you're so much you're talking about dating. That reality is I feel like such a food centric topic.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever have like in your dating life, were you ever like I have like a go-to sort of first date destination, or like this is the kind of meal I want to do for a first date, or is it more of like I want to break the ice with something like coffee or a cocktail? What is your game plan?
Usually I do a cocktail, and then if they're like, let's do dinner, then I would do something like safe.
Okay.
Like I used to do Franklin and Company a lot
sure.
before that closed.
That's just like a very
Franklin
straight
Co.
ahead gastropub. Just
Yeah.
very, very
Dangerous
predictable
turf.
menu.
You got you're right near UCB.
Yeah, and then if I run into somebody I know, then great. I'm popular.
That's nice. That's a plus.
That's true,
side.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, I took a date to who said they want to go to Birds once, and an improviser sat down next to them and basically started to hit on them during the date.
Oh, no. An improviser that you knew who's your friend?
Yeah, who I knew, yeah.
Say their name and we'll bleep it.
Yeah, say their name. What was that noise? Oh, rude. Rude.
Are you surprised?
No.
Yeah.
Rude. Oh.
Yeah.
Next time I see him, I'll knock him down.
What was that for?
There's something he doesn't remember.
Sat next to me, started just on the date, which whatever,
Not whatever.
Started talking to her like the way I was talking to Jemmy earlier.
He said, Daddy wants to see you.
Leave my pussy friend alone. I do not call women pussy friends.
Sounds like you do.
I call Wally and Irma pussy friends. That's all the only people who get that designation. I do not call women that. No one thought I did. I got afraid. I got in my own head.
You're okay. You're in a safe place. Wait, does someone make this?
Yeah,
Like
that's
a fan?
our buddy Deer Jerk, who is a very talented artist, made a woodcut of the Burger Boy and the Spoon Man, and the Burger Boy is here in the studio.
Mine is on my wall upstairs where I have a little tiki motif upstairs.
Very fitting.
A tiki motif?
A little tiki motif.
What does that mean to you? Like a tiki themed room?
Yeah, tiki theme.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's your Jack Shack.
Is it your Jack Shack?
I don't go up.
Or you think about your pussy friend?
I don't go. First of all, it's my deck. Now people are gonna say I have a deck, and people are gonna talk about.
Mitch has a deck. Mitch is like has so
It's okay that you have a
Patreon money
deck.
as a
It's okay that I have a deck.
It's okay that you're successful and you have a deck.
Yeah, and I'm not even. Well, yes, I barely have a deck. I have a
should be
deck.
giving his twisted metal money to orphans instead of having a
Yes,
deck.
you should.
I mean, we all should be giving it to, or we should. Everyone should. We should. That's
It's crazy that there's still orphans.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
Like, that's low vibrations. That's like, what? You don't have parents and nobody wants to adopt you? Why?
Yeah.
There's so many people who want kids. Show them the parents and show the parents the kids.
Show them the parents. It sounds like show them the money. Show me the money.
Show me the parents.
My grandma Jo, who has passed away, a lovely woman. She was raised in an orphanage. It does feel like a thing from another time.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Like an old-timey thing.
Yeah.
Did she ever get to listen to Doughboys before she passed, or no?
No, it was.
That's what caused her to pass. She heard one episode and she said, I gotta get out of life.
5 forks for Shake Shack. See you later. Her last words.
I heard that at the funeral you were like, my grandma Jo is an awesome lady, and before we end this here, I just want to give her 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom.
The best part about 5 booms is you think it's gonna end and then there's more.
Was it awkward sitting in the boom for a second?
No, I love it. It is deeply funny. It'll never not be funny to me.
That's the Costco Guys magic. But my grandmother was a lovely woman who lived an amazing life.
And you do give her 5 booms.
I do give her 5 booms.
But that's besides the point. I give my grandparents 5 booms. All 4 of them get 5.
Yeah.
One of them maybe gets a little less than 5 booms. He was a wild one.
Yeah.
I think I'd give mine 5 booms.
Yeah.
My grandma Jo's favorite movie was Shooter, the Mark Wahlberg movie.
Wow.
About an assassin who can shoot a sniper rifle from 5 miles away. She loved action movies.
I love it.
She loved
That's
Kill
fun.
Bill.
Oh,
Yeah.
good taste.
I know, yeah.
I've never seen Shooter.
She seems like the
Shooter's
grandma
fun.
from that Garfield special we watched. She seems like
She kind of is like a cool grandma, yeah. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hey, Mitch, you love the holidays.
I do, Wags. I like the snowfall, the candy canes, the mistletoe. Ooh.
How do you stay cozy during the winter months? I like to get myself under a blanket. Maybe by a roaring fire if it's an option.
Wow, Wags, I like that too. Get under a little blanket, put on some slippers, or maybe some PJs.
Sure. A nice little cup of hot cider. How fun is that?
I love that. I put on my big red coat, my big red pants, my red hat with a white bulb at the end of it.
Yeah, and you're always kind of like busy on like Christmas Eve, which is weird because I always want to hang out, and you're like, oh, I can't do it.
I know. You never want to hang out any other day of the year, but then Christmas Eve.
Well, it's the holidays. I was like, I want to hang out with my friend. And
But
you're
I
like,
work. I mean, I'm busy on Christmas Eve.
yeah, you get some stuff to attend to. I'm like, all right, I guess you're wrapping gifts or something, whatever. Gifts just for your family, I'm sure. For some
few others.
Wrapping up in a blanket with a mug of hot chocolate or watching a movie with family is the best way to spend the month of December. Therapy is a great way to bring yourself some comfort that never goes away, even when the season changes. Mitch, you and I have both benefited from therapy.
That's right. Yes. Every time I do it, Wags, I feel a lot better. We've said it before. I'll say it again. It's like going to the gym for your mind. Get the gunk out.
Yeah. In fact, I noticed you are like, hey, I really need to schedule some therapy for right after Christmas because it's my busy season.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm exhausted on Christmas Day, Christmas night. You know I'm exhausted.
You kind of need like some sort of like mental like come down from that whole experience.
100%.
Whatever it is, I imagine just, hanging out with your family. For example, it's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. Therapy empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it's not just for those who have experienced major trauma. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. You know what I say to that, Wags?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I'm actually, can I get a ride? Because I was going to visit my families. Can I get a ride in your sleigh?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Doughboys.
Quick question. Are you allergic to reindeer?
Wait a minute. It can't be. Let's talk about Applebee's.
We for a long time we wanted to do this episode.
Applebee's is one of the big the chains that we have never actually reviewed.
Blows my mind that you haven't done Applebee's yet.
9 years of doing this format, and we have not yet gotten to Applebee's. Part of the reason for that is that we have been saving this chain for you because we know you're a fan.
I do love Applebee's.
And we're glad we were able to make this happen. We all were able to go out and have a meal together last night, which is great. That's the ideal way to do this podcast. But a big reason to address our listeners out there, the reason we have not reviewed Applebee's beyond availability of a guest is that there isn't an Applebee's in LA. You have to go outside of LA.
Yeah.
So it's like
we're saving it for Nicole.
We were saving it for Nicole, and we had to go all the way to Alhambra. So it's a bit of a haul. About 30 minutes out of the city.
Can we talk about the name Applebee's for a second?
Yes.
Apple.
Yeah.
Hey, I like apples. Bees. Ugh. You know? It's in the name itself.
That's a bad apple if you're biting into that and some bees
Shit,
fly
there's
out.
fucking bees in here.
Oh,
you know,
man.
an apple. You know what I mean?
I never thought about it, but yeah, that is a wild name.
I don't know.
They ignore the bee part because their logo is just an apple.
It's just an apple.
apple.
No bees.
That's the thing. I guess what Wags is implying is they're all inside this apple, basically.
I think so. I think they're
Oh.
surprise bees.
Yeah.
They're going to get you.
Mhm.
So
They're gonna get you.
you ever had a sugar bee apple? Now Lee likes those. They're good.
What's a sugar bee apple?
It's just like a type of apple that's got like a nice balance of sweetness and tartness and a good texture to it. Yeah, if you see
Where
a sugar
can I
bee at the
get
grocery
one?
store, I mean, like, any sort of grocery store should have them.
Well, not any sort. Maybe it is a specific one. Like, there's an envy apple that I like that I
Yeah, I
can
like the
only
envy
find
apple.
at Gelson's.
Yeah, not every place has the envy. Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know where she gets them, but
I know you've never had an apple.
farmers market.
An envy apple is really crispy and kind of sweet.
And
You
these
know-
are great.
My favorite apple? Big Apple. Oh! I guess I've never bombed as hard as I have today because everything I'm saying, people were just going, ugh, what the fuck? No one likes what I'm saying today.
I laughed.
I sound like
I
the
liked
fucking
it.
Rizzler over here. Isn't the Rizzler from New York?
Is he?
From New Jersey.
He's from Jersey. Oh.
Wait,
I know all about the Costco verse.
he's a family friend? How did the Rizzler get involved?
He was another child influencer, so the dads hooked up the big justice. And,
Wow.
I have an idea.
Yeah, and another
That's fun.
another part where AJ's carny instincts are admirable. That he sees the Rizzler's got the juice. He's like, that kid's mine. And he puts him as part of the Costco
That
guys.
is mine.
Yeah.
I had an idea.
Yeah.
The Sizzler with the Rizzler on Doughboys.
Hey, if we can make it happen, it'd be quite an
I almost
episode.
burst into tears. That was good.
The Sizzler
That
with the
was
Rizzler?
really good. Have you done the Sizzler yet?
We have done the Sizzler. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the Sizzler with the
We can do it.
Rizzler.
Sizzler with the
You
Rizzler.
gotta.
I hope Joe
gotta.
I hope Samoa Joe comes back and chokes out the Rizzler on AEW. Who'd be great. The Rizzler is now in wrestling, kind of.
That child?
Yeah.
Well, AJ is wrestling. Big Justice is going to be ringside, and then they just announced the Rizzler is going to be involved. This will all be this will all be old news. The pay-per-view will have already happened by the time this episode airs.
There was a tweet about how Ellen balanced when people go viral, she would have them on the show for 5 minutes and then they got to go back into the wild. And I feel like since Ellen is gone, that is true. People just get to stay out here.
Yeah.
Like the Haktu lady.
Oh,
now it's like a
Haktua ladies.
podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I miss the Haktuiness of it. It was just a white woman who said you spit on a dick and everyone was like, ah! Why does she get such longevity? Why does she have a podcast? Not to be rude.
Yeah.
But I guess it's entertaining.
She's
I don't know.
hilarious.
Look,
Wait.
God bless anyone who can monetize whatever accidental fame they have. That's my opinion, but it's also like I get what you're saying. The part of the charm of these sorts of things, memes of old, is that it would be like you wouldn't necessarily see, overly attached girlfriend would not be like everywhere. It's just like, oh, okay, that was like an interesting one-off,
Yeah. But there's a lot of longevity. But you got to get that little boy out to take him to the Sizzler. You gotta.
Applebee's, which is what we're discussing today, perhaps a future Sizzler revisit is in the works, but Applebee's was founded in 1980 in Decatur, Georgia as TJ Applebee's RX for edibles and elixirs.
No, wait, in the 80s?
That was the original name. TJ Applebee's RX for edibles and elixirs.
RX for edibles and elixirs was a part of the name?
And if you notice it's meant to be like, I think, a reference to sort of like an old-timey sort of like tonic salesman sort of thing, but it's like...
so Applebee's is the name.
No. The restaurant was called TJ Applebee's RX for edibles
That's what I'm saying.
elixirs.
It's TJ Applebee.
Applebee's, yes.
I'm sorry. It's a surname.
It's a surname. And so in 1986, the brand was Sean Parker just to Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, which is what it is today.
And what year was that?
1986.
And when was it founded?
1980.
So not Sean Parker
for 5
himself.
years it had that awful name?
Yeah. I don't quite get it. It's quite a mouthful, and I don't know what the Applebee's part is. I don't know the origin of that itself. In 1998...
TJ Applebee's.
TJ Applebee.
But do you think there was an actual TJ Applebee?
It has to be.
I don't think there was. I think it was an invented character.
Wait, can we look that up?
If there's like a PJ Huff and stuff.
Who?
Wasn't that the old the
TV show?
Yeah, the old TV show
Oh,
from
I don't know.
the 60s.
Yeah.
I'm young. Never heard.
You brought up a show from the 60s that I remember from like Nick at Night.
HR Puffin stuff. That's who it was.
HR Puffin stuff.
This
Yeah.
is the founders were Bill and TJ Palmer, so Applebee's was not their name.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wise, I'll be impressed if you can remember the names of the creators. Oh, the Crofts.
The Crofts, yeah, Sid and Marty
Holy
Croft.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
In
Shocked by my own brightness.
In 1998,
I'm on fire
Applebee's,
this episode. I'm
What
making
did you
everyone
just
laugh.
say? You shine bright with the brightness? What did you just say? It truly sounded like you were trying to sing that Rihanna song. You were shining bright like a diamond.
I'm shocked by my brightness.
Wait, is there a way you can Google what the storefront looked like for TJ Applebee's Elixir fucking Fun Hut? I need to know what that signage looked like.
I'm sure we can find a visual of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the original, if they've remodeled it or if they have any vintage photos, but maybe we can find
Sid
something.
and Marty Croft, they did like big puppets and stuff like that for HR Puffin stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was like a trippy show. Was it for children or it was like more for adults? I felt like it was more for adults, right? But we're getting
what a
an image up
crispy
here.
TV.
Yeah, that is a crispy TV.
Okay, here's the original Applebee's. And you see it kind of just looks like we'll put this up on screen in the YouTube feed as well. But it kind of just looks like a TGI Fridays with an old-timey sign, like an old-timey wood sign.
Honestly, it looks better than the place we went last night.
The sign does say edibles and elixirs, it looks like.
It does. And they had an edibles
cool.
and elixirs sign that was inside the interior of the Alhambra location we went to.
Bring back the edibles, man.
Yeah, let's get fucking ripped.
The idea of like a weed restaurant, I know that they are those, makes me sick because I don't want that and I would get so high.
Yes, because we don't have a turn off with food and you'll just keep eating.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, oh no. That's why I don't fuck with that. I'll do an edible, but a meal of edible? No. I clean my plate.
100%.
1998 was the year Applebee's opened its 1,000th restaurant, and it now has more than 1,500 worldwide locations. In 2023, Nation's Restaurant News ranked it the 21st largest restaurant chain in America with $4.4 billion in sales. It's a big boy.
Those are Dr. Evil numbers right there.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you're thriving.
Those are Dr. Evil numbers right there.
It was good.
$4.1 billion?
That is a lot of fucking money.
What is your history with Applebee's? Why do you have such a passion for this chain?
I love Applebee's because they once had a dessert called the apple chimney cheesecake, which was it was like a pastry with cheesecake in it. And then they deep fried it. And then, or maybe it was like a fajita. I don't know. It was like some sort of crispy yum yum. And then they deep fried it. And then the cheesecake would be like warm and gooey. And then there would be cinnamon. And then there was ice cream. And it was the most delectable thing I could eat as a child.
Yeah.
That I was like allowed to eat. It was so indulgent and so good. And the cinnamon thingies that we had, that was like the outside of it. But then imagine cheesecake inside.
Sounds delightful.
That sounds fantastic.
It was so fucking good.
Were they little bites or was it like
no?
It
was a log.
Okay.
It was like a little rectangle.
Wow.
And
we're log guys.
I love a log.
We love log food.
I love log food too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I loved it so much.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why I like Applebee's.
We're loggers.
We are loggers. I had a
We're loggers.
We're loggers.
It's just funny when you do shit like that because I was like, he wasn't listening to me at all.
No, I heard everything you said.
You were just waiting for a gap so you could go, we're loggers.
I was.
Munching on your cheese.
It sounded fantastic. I like little log food. We're loggers. It's the truth.
Don't pop cheese in your mouth and then have a full couple sentences after to say. Ugh.
I get my little cheese snacks during the show.
And people, they're fine with that?
Here's the rule. If my stomach goes a little grumble, I go down and take a little piece of cheese snack, and then you won't hear my grumbles. Stomach rumbling was one of the things I was the most self-conscious of in high school.
Yeah.
Why?
Armpit sweat, that was a big one. If I had armpit sweat.
I used to think, and I realized no one really cares if you're pitting. But no
one
I'm
cares.
All the
in
time.
high school,
cares.
high school, it's embarrassing.
In high school, yes, I get
Why are you self-conscious about tummy rumbles?
I don't know, because I think I just thought that people associate it with anything stomach-wise, like I was afraid to take a shit.
Oh, I always think of tummy rumbles as, you're hungies.
Yeah, and so I wouldn't eat because I was afraid to take a shit, and then my stomach rumbled.
Oh, I see. It was
in a
whole
quiet classroom, and then
I hate that you keep eating the cheese and talking.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
We've done this 10 years now. I don't know. I take little snacks sometimes. I clearly I'm not good at this.
You're doing great.
You're doing great. You're good at this and other stuff.
When my stomach is grumbling, which it is, I'm afraid it's going to get picked up on the microphone. So I take a little.
And the chewing's not getting picked up on the microphone.
Oh, it is.
You understand that your mouth is closer to the mic than your tummy, right?
I actually think the chewing probably gets picked up more than I don't think I've ever heard your tummy rumble on mic.
No.
It's definitely the chewing.
Well, you know what? Here's the last thing.
Either way, I cut it. So.
Here's the last thing. Cheese is kind of tasty. I like my little snacks.
We have these Sargento breaks that are inside the Headgum fridge. And they're one of the snack options that's readily available here. It is like half of a little plastic container's worth of cheese bites, and the other half is like raisins and mixed nuts.
I can hear the nut from here.
Now, here's the thing. You can't hold cold cheese. We figured out.
I know. It's such a strange thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the texture of cold cheese. This is an insane thing. If I make mac and cheese, I will wear gloves when I grate the cheese.
God.
I simply do not like it. I think it's weird and gross. Ugh.
How long has this been a thing?
My whole life.
Your whole life. And so you would never like string cheese or anything, or just like a slice of American cheese?
No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you not do sliced cheese?
Do
you not do cheese? It needs to be like slightly melted.
Yes.
Yeah, like a grilled cheese sandwich you're fine with. Not a cold cheese.
No.
Wow.
That grosses me the fuck out. And then when you like chomp into it, because I've had cold cheese before, when you chomp into it, I feel like the cheese gets stuck to the roof of your mouth a little bit.
That is an issue.
And then it's like chewy.
I mean, I guess it does happen.
Yeah, cheese does get stuck in your teeth or in your mouth.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, look, I love a melted cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some last night.
Yes. But you love a cold cheese. You've been snacking.
I just don't I don't want my stomach to be growling, and so sometimes I take a little snacks. Look, is it 1:30? Should I have eaten some sort of breakfast of some sort? Yeah, probably, but I didn't. All right, I have sleep problems. I went and got a sleep study.
Yeah.
They put a bunch of devices on me. I got another sleep study, and I got an MRI for my brain because my brain's not working.
Mm-hmm.
There's some problems I'm having, okay? Clearly. My brain's not working.
Wait.
My sleep's not working.
What happened at the sleep study? Do you just go to a center and fall asleep?
Yeah, they have cameras on you all night, and they wrap you up in a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
They yell at you when you start jacking off. You can't jack off.
Like, okay, Mitchie, go to sleep. And you're like, all right.
What? This is my routine. This is what I do.
That's how I fall asleep.
Whoa, his heart rate went up to like 3 beats per minute. I went in there. Yeah, they put tubes in your nose.
Mm-hmm.
They put a thing around your chest, so like it like tests how much like your chest is going in and out and breathing. Yeah.
I've done a number of sleep studies as well, and I've done like the take home ones, which you have to you put all the shit on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've done 2 of them where you have to sleep in a facility, and
I can just imagine the poor guy monitoring you, watching the video, and just seeing you laying there with your eyes open, staring into the camera.
Well, this is the thing. The first time, because I have insomnia, late onset insomnia, and I found ways to manage this, but it's an ongoing thing. The first time I went to one of those sleep studies, I was awake the whole night because I'm in a space like a hospital.
That's what I've
got a bunch of shit hooked up to me. It's not I already have trouble falling asleep. It's not a formula for restful sleep. The second time, I think I got like 3.5 hours.
So the guy's over there and he's like, Nick, and you're like, yeah, like immediately.
Yeah. What do you need? Yeah. Wait. So how do you manage your insomnia?
A bunch of different things, but the main thing is like light therapy. So like the first thing I do in the morning, every morning, is I get exposed to natural light. I go on a walk in the sunlight. That is great for your circadian rhythm, for orienting your body of like, this is time for you to be awake. And then I go to bed at the same time every night. I have the blue light blocking glasses that I do. It is, it's not far from 9:30. I put blue light blocking glasses on an hour before bedtime, which again cues my brain for it's time to sleep.
This is your Superman.
I have a whole routine, and
Superman, he loves the sun.
It's true. It's a similar sort of thing. But you know, and
Superman
I also
loves the sun.
This is the truth. This is real.
The red sun. He went from the red sun of Krypton to the yellow sun of Earth, and that's what gave him his powers. So anyway,
Wait.
I also will not have any caffeine after like 2 p.m.
So Superman did not have powers on Krypton?
No, it's not like in Krypton, like everyone's just like a Superman.
Everyone's a Superman.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So they're like, we're normal. But then here, like they're.
Yeah.
Wait. No, they're strong. They can fly and stuff on Krypton, right?
Yeah, but I think the yellow sun of Earth is what gave him his power.
I thought so,
I really
too.
love you saying the yellow sun of Earth.
I know, it sounds like he's been to many planets.
Krypton has a red sun.
A global galaxy traveler. The yellow sun of the Earth. So wait, in Krypton, they could fly around, but they weren't like fighting crime? Who's Krypton Superman? Or do they just have regular Krypton police?
I shouldn't be trying to talk at length about DC lore because I honestly don't know it that well.
Fair.
But the limited amount I do know. In case you're not a Superman guy at all, are you?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, the limited amount I know is that
Emma,
I believe
do you know Superman?
No, actually,
I just wanted to include you.
I have 1 million questions going on in my head right now. Like, does everybody from Krypton turn into Superman if they come here?
Yes.
Like,
They
we
do,
can
yeah.
have
They
a
do.
whole planet of Supermans.
That's
They
part
do.
of
That's-
what happened with General Zod.
Yeah, General Zod has those powers too. And
So what if we go to Krypton? Maybe we're superheroes there.
Will we be superheroes in the Red Sun?
That's fucking bullshit. Actually,
I wonder if that's happening. There must be a DC arc where humans go to Krypton in the past before it exploded.
Kal-El, is that Superman?
Kal-El, that's Superman's real name.
That's his real name.
Batman had to have gone to Krypton at some point.
I'm sure
right?
Batman went to Krypton. Yeah. That had to have happened.
Kal-El?
Kal-El.
That's his first name? Or is
Cal-L, I believe, is his full name. I don't know if he has a surname. And then his father is Jor-El.
I really love that you guys keep saying surname instead of last name. Mitch said it earlier, and I was like, okay. And then you were like, surname. And I'm like, all right, this is a thing for you guys. What What's your surname?
Or surnames kind of organically came up earlier when we were talking about Andy Carr, who my understanding is now goes by Andy
Bus. Formerly known as Andy Carr, Andy Bus.
I thought it was a great joke to start the show off.
No, it was great. I'm sorry. It was so good.
I'm striking out left and right here, but I'm gonna say this: you struck out left and right last night because you didn't get home in time for your bedtime. You had caffeine.
I know, it was a fucking nightmare.
What a nightmare!
Oh yeah, because the Mountain Dew is caffeinated.
Yeah,
we had a berry blast Mountain Dew.
I didn't have a lot of the Mountain Dew, but I had enough of it to just to kind of get a taste. So the caffeine didn't really impact me. But I got to bed very late last night. I got to bed after midnight, which I never do. And then I'm up at 6:30, so like I'm not like super well rested.
6:30.
Yeah.
Oof, jeez.
Yeah, but I'm doing okay. 6 hours of sleep. I get good 6 hours of sleep. I got.
I can't even do 6 hours of sleep anymore.
How many do you have to do? 12.
I mean, I still do.
Gotta go in a coma.
If I want to feel restful, I need like 9 hours of sleep probably, which is partially because I'm not sleeping well.
I do too, and I realize that, and partly my alpha brother Nate had said thing he'd figured out is I just need 9 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? And it's just that's just what my physiology is.
8 is like the average men need.
Yeah.
So it's like you could need a little less, you could need a little bit more.
Right.
Apparently women need 11 hours of sleep to function.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
Wait,
ladies.
do you guys have sleep apnea?
I have not been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Mitch, you have sleep apnea, right?
Oh, I got
Do you have
sleep
a machine?
apnea. I do have a machine, but there was an issue. I was seeing floaters when
They said you actually have They said you have wake apnea, right?
Wake apnea is really funny.
I was wearing the machine and I wake up and I'd see floaters, and by that I mean I'd see the whale at the end of my bed floating.
Them little chunky feet floating up to the sky. Floater.
Waving at him.
Goodbye, whale.
Enjoy jacking
we'll
off
miss
heaven.
you, whale. Enjoy. What's Superman's planet? Krypton. He's going to Krypton.
Where he's a superhero and he's thin over there in the red sun.
No refractory period on Krypton. Just jack off all day long.
Man, a no refractory planet would be pretty.
What if? Can you imagine?
Would be pretty what?
It'd be pretty.
You got so excited you couldn't finish the sentence.
Then I was like, jacking off is a young man's game.
It kind of is.
It's kind of jacking
Get
off
over at a certain point. Yeah.
Now at this point, I'm like, oh God, I can't.
I'm gonna jack off. Why bother?
You know what? I'll say this.
But what about in the shower?
Sometimes now,
I would never do that.
Sometimes
Why?
I jack off in the shower. It's a clean zone, did you
zone.
say? I do jack off in the shower quite a bit, actually.
It's not his clean zone.
Do you want to hear something bad when you're an older man and you're like, I gotta jack off? I'm like gunked up. You know what I mean?
Right, like it's a medical procedure.
Well, I said it.
I'm gunked up.
It's like medical in a way.
If a man ever said to me,
I'm gunked
"Babe,
up.
I'm gunked up. Can you help me out?" I would walk into traffic. You get gunked up.
You get gunked up. Guys get. Trust me, men out there know what I'm talking about when I say get gunked up.
Weiger and Casey are being so quiet.
Well, because they fucking know, and I speak the truth. I'm a truth teller.
If enough time passes, you can get a little gunked up.
Wow. Well.
And then,
Casey, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, you do.
Are you talking like mental gunk or like literal gunk?
Yes, it's literal.
It's a literal gunk.
It's literal. It's a literal gunk.
And then when you finally jerk off, does it dribble out of you because you're all gunked up? Because gunk to me, it means thick.
It's more like you.
I can get thick.
It's more like you step on a toothpaste tube.
I hate that I'm attracted to men. Oh.
He is right. It's like the old classic thing of stepping on a toothpaste tube. Oh, oops.
Yeah.
I dropped my toothpaste. I dropped my toothpaste on the floor. I
dropped my
stepped on it.
Oh, it's
That
everywhere.
reminds me of being gunked up, though. Well, this episode is gross now. But it's not really my fault. It's just telling the truth.
Yes.
It's okay. You had to get your truth out there. You get gunked up.
I get gunked up. And so, wait, what were we talking about? We were talking about sleep.
You said you were jacking off in the shower a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't do it a lot. I mean, I do.
You said a lot.
You said a lot, and both your hands went out.
When I do that stuff, I run to the shower. It's true. It is true. We talked about this on the show before.
You have talked about this, yes. It's not that the act does not start in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
It begins and then progresses to the shower.
It's easy cleanup when you
for the
do
big
it.
finale.
Wait, what? You're like in bed jerking off, and you're like, gotta get to the shower before I come.
This is what
No,
I'm
hold on a
saying.
second.
That's
The bed is a clean zone. The bed is a clean zone.
The bed doesn't need to be
The
a clean
bed
zone.
The bed is a clean zone.
So you don't fuck in beds,
I will fuck in a bed, of course.
but you won't jerk off in a bed.
But you don't fuck yourself in bed.
I don't jerk off in don't jack off in beds anymore.
Anymore, but there was a period of time.
There was a long
did.
period of time where I jacked off in beds. This
Was
is
there a
true.
traumatizing experience?
Yeah, something happened.
Wait, Mitch, that's true?
I did jack off
I
in
didn't
bed.
believe you till you emphasized it.
I as an adult man, I don't jack off in beds at all anymore.
What about
What
a hotel?
about a hotel? Yeah.
No.
But you don't have to clean it up.
Fill the
Oh
shower in
my
a hotel.
god. That's what the fuck is
I don't.
that?
What? I don't jerk off in the sheets. They have to wash them.
No, that's horrible. And then there's gunk in the sheets. I don't want gunked up sheets.
Yeah.
You don't have to have gunked. They'll change the sheets.
I know, but even it's going to be in there for some sort of time.
Yeah.
But what's the other thing? I jack off and I put it on my belly and look like a fucking fool?
I don't know. Rub it in. Maybe it'll moisturize you. Maybe you'll suddenly be soft to the touch.
You could take a little. You could do a little bit of prep and be like, "Hey, I'll get a washcloth,
Yeah,
or
or
I'll
a
get
sock,
some
right?
tissues
Isn't that a
from
thing?
the bathroom."
Oh, yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Oh, you know what? I'm about to jack off. Maybe I'll get a washcloth. No way. It's fucking time to jack off.
You're not doing any prep. You're just
Time to get the gunk out. That's what I'm thinking.
Wait.
just all of a sudden,
What
just spontaneously.
if you treated yourself nice and got yourself like a
Right.
a hot towel, like a warm, damp towel to jerk off into.
Here's
and-
a little intimacy kit to prepare myself.
Yeah,
for
get a little
this.
intimacy kit.
Make-
Isn't
treat
it
myself.
embarrassing when you jack off onto your belly anyways? Well, that's our show.
Embarrassing?
Why is it embarrassing? You're alone.
I'm like, I'm fucking putting a load on myself. It's kind of fun. I don't know.
But that's what the towel's for.
Yes. So get
Like
a towel.
T-shirt. You can wear a t-shirt.
Because then you have to wipe it off your belly anyway.
Nothing
This
on
is
my
why you-
belly. That's
this is
fucking
why you end up
wild.
in the shower.
I was when I was on.
I guess, yeah, you would be sitting.
Oh no, you're laying down. You're laying down when you're jacking off.
Oh.
It depends on the person.
But you don't.
It sounds like
jack off
sometimes
in
because sometimes
bed,
you're
so
sheer
just, like, laying on the
standing. It
floor.
sounds
Yeah, sometimes
like.
you're standing in the shower.
I'm
Unless
sta-
you lay down in your shower.
I used to.
What?
When I was younger, I did lay down in my shower. This is all true.
This actually all ties into the first time you jacked off.
This is when my
big was
dad
the
my
shower?
dad walked in on me the first time I jacked off.
When you were laying down in the shower?
Yes. As I was finishing. This is the truth.
Yeah, I don't want kids. That's not for me.
You lie down. You lie down on
I
your
lie
back
down on
In
the
a tub.
I
And
got
then
some-
was the shower on?
Yeah, the shower was on.
Okay.
I took some baby shampoo.
Baby shampoo?
I masturbated.
That you learned the hard way. That's not the best idea.
It's okay. It's fine.
Why did you have baby shampoo?
Does the no tears transfer down below or no?
Emma, that is horrifying.
That's a great question.
Honestly, it kind of does.
That's great.
I gotta know.
My dad used baby shampoo his whole life.
Okay.
That's fun.
Masturbated.
And then
As I was finishing, my dad basically opened up the shower.
Yes.
He's basically almost stepped on my head.
Oh boy. Seeing daddy's foot after you come. I went there. I was like, oh boy, that is scary.
Yeah,
Intense.
it's a
No,
lot.
daddy,
It's a lot.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, no, daddy. Mm.
I got a picture of his foot still, so it's the only way I can get off now.
Is it just like in your shower hanging out?
I do. The shower is easy cleanup. I know that
Yes.
you say that's a clean zone, but it's an easy cleanup.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've talked about this before. I do sometimes just jack off into the shower.
I don't understand that like over the toilet, but I guess
the toilet's a tough aim. I don't know what you're doing.
The toilet's
there.
a dirty zone.
Yeah, the toilet's disgusting. But I'm just saying, like, if you're purely from a standpoint of like, I just want less cleanup. That feels like even
Look, we're not going to get to the bottom of this today.
You can't aim cum, can you?
No.
Because I feel like it's like splattered. Maybe it dribbles out.
Now look, some
Especially
people
if you're
can for
gunked up,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gunked up,
Yeah.
It's shower time for sure.
Shower time.
Anyways, this brought down the room. We were having fun.
Here's what I was the thought I was having while we were going through this revolting conversation is I served on a jury. I met some people, a bunch of strangers, and you get having some small talk.
Were you juror number 2?
I mentioned that I was juror number 2. I was not juror number 2. It was a different number. I mentioned
But was the case about you?
The case was about me.
Okay.
But I did. I shared at a certain point that I have a podcast, and the end people were like, "Hey, what's your podcast? I'm gonna check it out." And just the fact that some of these lovely people that I met who come from different walks of life may be listening to this episode.
Oh,
I thought he was so nice. He's so normal. Now he's talking about clean zones and jerking off. And his co-host dad's foot.
This is real. This is real stuff. You're on a jury. You saw the harshness of the world.
This
is the real world. It's true. Fucking grow up. Fucking jurors.
Don't yell at them.
Yell at them.
Well, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
But they're listening for the first time.
Yeah, well, fuck off. We don't need you.
I don't think anyone's gonna listen to him.
Yeah, they're not going to listen. You see this guy? If he told you I have a podcast, would you listen to it?
Yeah, I think you're a friendly person.
Oh, what a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast and be like, I have a podcast and I met you in the wild.
Me?
Yeah. What do you mean, me? I'm looking at you. I said it to you. And you went, me?
This freak, if I didn't know this freak and I met him in public and he said I have a podcast, there's no way on earth I'm listening to that shit.
Yes, you would. You've been podcasting together for 10 years.
I don't listen to podcasts. All right. Moving on.
We went to the Alhambra Applebee's. It is a small footprint for an Applebee's. I think it's more the size of like a Panera. It's not like a bit like the Applebee's have like these huge like dining rooms, and it's not one of those. And it's also as part of a complex. It's not like its own building. But it definitely is the Applebee's vibes. And we started with some drinks. I got the Rockin' Poppin' Shirley, which is a Shirley Temple that had some strawberry pop rocks within it. And Mitch, the other NA Bev we got was the Mountain Dew Dark Berry Blast that you mentioned, which is an exclusive Applebee's flavor, which I thought was a lot of fun.
Our server didn't know.
Yeah,
server didn't know that.
She had no idea.
She was like, really? Only we have it?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, bitch, read the menu.
I feel like that happens a lot when restaurants have like an exclusive soda flavor. When we ask for it, the servers are like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
And you have to like be like, I saw this thing.
The Mountain Dew also is one of the, they have a bunch of exclusive flavors, like Baja Blast most famously, but they've got an exclusive flavor at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You'll just stumble upon them.
Yeah, I mentioned this to the server. I was trying to have some banter. She didn't care.
No, she simply said, I clocked in. I'll bring you what you asked for.
Yeah.
I will not check in on you.
Yeah, that is also true. That was a slight issue. Well, and then a big thing with what was the drink called again?
The Rockin' Poppin' Shirley.
A big thing is that we had a big spill here.
Yes.
Is Weiger knocked over? He was going to go around me. Mm-hmm. We were telling secrets.
Look, here's the thing. Okay, so Mitch had a secret. Mitch has good gossip, and Mitch was going to disclose.
Hold on a second. Don't put me out there as a gossip guy.
Mitch, you are a gossip.
You are
guy.
a gossip
You're
guy.
Such
Maybe
a gossip.
I know
Coming
some stuff.
to the CW, gossip guy.
Hey, it's me.
If you like Gossip Girls but you don't like ladies, Gossip Guys it for you.
You
were going to disclose a secret. And
I was going to disclose a little secret.
You disclosed a little secret, and you really wanted to know it, and I was fine not knowing it, and you were going to feel better about sharing something if fewer people knew it. So I volunteered.
It's a thing that this is complicated because the thing that we can
you don't need to get any more specific.
And it was something that I was like, I won't tell this person, but we can know it for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
you should stay that vague. Don't get any more specific.
I won't get any more specific.
So I volunteered to leave the table, and thinking I'm being noble here.
And then you turned into a cartoon character, hit your head on a light, knocked over your drink. Somehow all of the drink ended up in a plate. Nothing ended up on you. It was really wild.
Yeah, I
knocked over a full drink onto a plate.
Look, there was a dangling lamp over the table, which was a hazard.
You hit your head into it and you got electrocuted.
I hit my head into it.
That's what happened. Yeah, and then you knocked over the drink.
And I flailed my arm wildly, and I knocked over my entire Shirley Temple. Yes, Nicole is right that it kind of like.
And then you were hiccuping.
All settled into a reservoir.
You were hiccuping little sparks
on a share plate.
You could control electricity after that. Is that correct?
Yes.
The way you just laughed sounded like awake apnea.
I do have a deviated septum. I found out.
Wow.
Oh, get a nose job.
I'm gonna get it fixed, but then I am afraid that it will make my nose look different. I don't want my nose to look different.
No, they can undeviate your septum and keep your nose.
Okay, all right. That's what I want to do because I do think that it will help me breathe more.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always there is like a.
Yeah, right.
It sounds like chimp-like. It's like a
chimp-like.
It's like like you know how like monkeys grunt and stuff like it. Like when I'm breathing, it's like like that.
It's chimp adjacent.
It's chimp adjacent.
But what are we beyond the most evolved apes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch Chimp Crazy?
Yes, I did.
Did you love it?
It was wild.
It is wild.
I really loved that lady with the blonde hair who, I don't want to say it because it's a spoiler, but.
Look, since you guys know it and I don't know it, I'll just get up and get out of here again. All right, there we go.
But you don't have a drink to knock over. That was satisfying. That was very funny to me.
I mean, I love. There's a big reveal in the Chimp Crazy documentary, and it is so funny.
So unhinged.
It's very, very, very funny. It's a good reveal. Did you watch it?
It's worth watching. I didn't watch it.
It's fun.
It's good?
It is good.
It's fun.
Okay.
I mean, it does get a little harrowing when they talk about the monkeys like being like, hey, I don't want to be in this kind of captivity. I'm going to rip your face off.
I'm so fucking scared of chimps. If I was ever a thing like hey, we're going to
absolutely reinforce your fear of chimps.
Because if they were ever because they're so strong.
Yes.
Like they're I remember reading a thing of hey, what if you tried to wrestle a chimp? They're like, well, they would just rip your bicep off.
Oh my
God. They're so
God.
strong.
Ugh.
And so if I was ever in a context where they're like, hey, we're doing this chimp movie, do you want to work on it? I'd be like, no. I'm going nowhere near that. I don't want to get fucking killed by a chimp.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Not how I want to go.
I'm trying to think of this.
Who are you texting?
I'm not texting anyone. I'm looking up. It is true. Mike Tyson. Remember he asked a zookeeper to fight a gorilla one time.
Yes.
Which I love that story because I am also would Mike Tyson be the guy who maybe could have beaten a gorilla? Is he a guy who, or would he have or would Mike Tyson, the guy in my head who's at his prime, is the strongest man in the world, right? Who's tougher? Who's tougher than when Mike Tyson was at his prime? I'm not talking about this last Netflix fight.
No, not walking
even still.
Tyson, but when he was in his 20s,
I mean, Mike Tyson would still kill you right now.
Of course, yes.
But when he was in his 20s, would he be?
He bit an ear off a person. I don't think I have the strength for that.
That is wild.
And that was past his prime Tyson. But if you watch those old fights when he was he would knock someone out within the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
That was past his prime when he bit an ear off?
Yeah, that was after he got out of prison.
That was after
prison. One of his after his comeback phase.
I'm saying, was he so strong that if he punched a chimp or a monkey, would they be fuck? Would they get fucked up by
it? I think they'd feel it, but I think
is it a possibility?
I think they'd feel it, but I think he'd still be in a lot of trouble.
I think so too.
You think that he would just get ripped apart?
I think so, yeah, because they're just so much stronger.
They're so strong. They're scary.
They are, and they bite right. They
rip your face off right away.
If you're talking about a gorilla, you're talking about that's 600 pounds of muscle.
Oh,
it's
God.
That's so. I mean,
one they talk about in the documentary that Travis the chimp, the famous story, he ripped the door off of the police car.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's sick. It's wild.
Yeah.
Maybe they came from an ape planet, and the yellow sun of Earth gave them superpowers.
Oh my God. It is like a dumb.
Maybe.
I just realized that I am like a dumb kid. That I am like maybe Tyson could take him. Like in my mind, I'm like maybe he could kick the shit out.
It's fun to to fantasize about it. I don't think it's actually could happen.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Well, they're in the.
Well, when you get gunked up, just think about that.
That's not a sexual thing.
Think about Mike Tyson beating up on a monkey.
There's stuff in that when they get older too. When chimps get older, when they're little, they're not a big problem. But when they get older, they get like crusty and fucked up and like they're scary.
Yeah. I think they hit puberty and they get strong and then they're like, I don't want to be here with these people.
Yeah,
I got to wear overalls again. Like imagine being a killer, being forced to wear overalls.
Yeah.
Now they're not in. They aren't allowed in movies anymore.
I mean, like it's it's very good CG work, but the chimp attack in Nope is harrowing.
Oh yeah,
that's a rough.
Our
watch.
favorite Jordan Peele, you and I.
Yeah, I like Nope a lot.
I haven't seen Nope.
Nope
I
is
should
great.
see it.
That's my favorite one of his. I like it.
So the other drinks we got, the boozy drinks, perfect strawberry margarita and a berry Mary colada, which had a Santa gummy, which
Mitch said out loud to the server, "Will it come with the Santa gummy?" And she was like, "I don't know any of our menu."
I think she maybe did just ignore that question.
Yeah,
you both laughed at me for asking about the Santa gummy.
It was really
very funny. I will also just say, when I had my Mr. Bean pratfall earlier, you both laughed very hard, and a lot of the restaurant turned and looked at me.
Yes.
It was very embarrassing. It was really embarrassing.
I did laugh too. It was one of those moments where I was like, I'm being like, that was an obnoxious laugh. I
I'm
laughed
so
loud.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Cannot contain giggles at any point.
Oh, I don't blame you.
And it was just so fucking funny.
So the restaurant turned to see you be like,
oh, no. They were looking because you got electrocuted. Is he okay?
It was so loud too. I think as much as anything, it was the noise of me hitting my head, going like, "Ah, fuck," and then knocking an entire glass over.
And then you're like, "Laugh at me? Well, look at this!" And then you're shooting lightning out of your hands.
Look at this.
What did you think of that margarita?
I genuinely liked it.
Wow. Okay.
I thought you tasted it. You didn't taste it.
I didn't
though.
taste it.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It was stronger than I thought it would be, which is maybe probably a good thing at Applebee's because mine was white and then had red and green stripes, and then it just like mixed together and just kind of looked like it did not. It looked like gunk.
It looked like gunk.
It did look like.
It did look a little bit like what I imagined gunk to look like.
Yeah, it was like off white, yellowish, kind of not great looking.
Oof.
Sorry, I didn't have to describe it. It did not look good, but it tasted decent.
It was good. It was like a pina colada.
I'd say the drink's kind of a highlight, honestly, all around.
I like the Shirley Temple. I thought it was really, really flavorful.
You warned us about the Mountain Dew.
For me, it's a lot of sugar, and it's like very, very sweet, and the color is a little upsetting. It is, like it's the color of my socks,
right?
Which you're like, I can't drink that.
And a naturally blue hue.
It looks like windshield wiper fluid.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's like a little less. Whatever. It's scary. It's a scary color.
Yeah, it was intense. It's definitely does not look like organic matter.
No.
I liked it. Okay, I
Yellow son of Earth. It doesn't look like organic matter. You are a freak, man. You don't seem like a human being sometimes.
Yes,
all right,
he
well,
does.
I'm sorry. What do you want from me? Try to mute my vocab.
No,
we
like your
you know what?
vocab.
We love you.
What was that word you said that was too much for Mitch?
Contemporaneous.
Oh, I love that you remembered.
Good word.
What does it mean?
Happening at the same time as.
I know that.
It's a useful word because that encapsulating that entire idea within one word, contemporaneous. It's useful.
I liked it.
Yeah. Feel free to give it a whirl.
He's a wordsmith. He loves throwing words out there.
And I'm a malaprop. I use words incorrectly.
That's fun too, though. And you know what? Here's the other thing. As a wordsmith who's like also kind of dumb, I will oftentimes do some malaprop myself. I'll misuse a word. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. We love you just the way you are.
Mitch, we love you too.
We love you.
Nicole, we love you.
Oh, thank you.
Casey, we love you. Emma, we love you.
We love you.
Jeremy, we love you.
We love you.
Who?
Jemmy, I love you the most.
Oh, Oh, I was like, wait, who?
Jemmy is hiding on the floor.
Mhm.
Jemmy usually comes over and sits there with Papa Mitch, but it's not
Oh.
happening today for some reason. Even though a lot of cheese was given.
Yeah.
I know she. Look, I've been
She gets
gone for
skeeved
3
out.
months. It's been
Hey, Jimmy.
Jemmy, come over here. Come over here, sweetie. Are you cold?
I think Jimmy's cold.
Are you cold?
Is that
Nervous? Oh, good stretch.
is my voice talking to Jemmy really that much creepier than the way he's doing it right now? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's really upsetting.
All right, never mind.
Are you
Never
cold,
mind.
baby girl? Are you cold? Cold, sweetie?
I'll bring your coat next time.
Oh, she's got a coat. That's cute as hell.
she's
That
got a
is
little
really
coat.
cute.
You should see this girl in the snow. She does not like it.
I could imagine. I don't like the snow. It's too
Yeah, I
cold.
don't like the snow.
I want to go back to. I said that on X, Twitter, which I'm gonna get off X. I need to get off X because it is just now Truth Social. It's the same thing.
I mean, some of the memes are funny. I giggle a lot on Twitter.
I mean, me too. But it's gotten
It's gotten
insane.
Very
People like
right
Blue
leaning.
Sky.
Blue Sky is
Yeah.
the
I'd say
new one.
Blue
Maybe I
Sky
just
is
don't
the
have to do
spot.
any of them.
You don't have to
I'm
do
not
it.
doing
I
it.
don't have to do
I'm
any
not
of them.
moving to another platform.
I stopped doing. I got off of social media for what I thought was a month and would end up being just like forever, like a couple of years ago. And
You don't
my
miss
life is
it.
better.
Like
Yeah,
I
don't
deleted
miss it at all.
Facebook, and I don't think about Facebook at
No.
all. But I do have a dummy Facebook now because Facebook Marketplace is happening.
I've heard this about
Wow.
Facebook
It's
Marketplace.
great.
Off.
Yeah.
Like in a way where
Wow.
people don't understand things that they have are more valuable than what they're selling it at.
Wow.
So you can get some very nice deals and some very nice stuff.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I hate. I hate the idea of doing anything with Meta, but I guess I also I have a fucking Meta Quest, so I have a VR headset. So
What's a MetaQuest?
it's a VR headset.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I don't like that. It gives me motion sickness.
It does. This is the thing. Like I got it for specific video games, and I found I don't use it very often.
He does a restaurant simulator with it. And in that world, he knocks over his drink and he gets electrocuted. It still happens. He's working on it so that it doesn't happen in real life.
I do have a game that is a restaurant simulator. Like you work in the restaurant and you have to make food for people.
Oh, yeah.
It's really
That's a
fun.
fun game. Yeah. I played that too. That is a fun
Make the
one.
hamburgers.
I can't remember the name of it right now, but yeah.
Me either.
There was a hamburger game on the Nintendo way back in
Well, yeah, way back in the day, there was the classic arcade game Burger Time, where you played the chef Peter Pepper assembling giant hamburgers.
Mhm.
But
Wait, what is the name of this?
Burger Time.
How will I remember?
You want me to text it to you?
Yes.
Burger Time.
Burger Time.
It sounds like
not
an
gonna
all
help me.
Doughboys.
It does.
Like the Pussy Boys.
Welcome to Burger Time with the Pussy Friends.
The Pussy Friends, that's what it was. Drinks, I'm having fun. I haven't
Yes.
seen you in a long time. We haven't had dinner with you in a while.
I
Wags.
know, it was great. We all
And
got
so,
together.
and so
It was a lot of
it was
fun.
nice.
It was a nice.
This is again, I said earlier, this is the ideal Doughboys experience. The Doughboys with the guest all together, all sharing one meal at the restaurant. That's
It
what
was
we want to do
delightful.
with the podcast.
I had a
And
nice
I'm glad we were
time.
able to do that with Applebee's. I'm glad we were able
in
to do that.
Alhambra. It was a good.
Let's get into the food.
Mitch is already in it.
We got the classic combo, which was all the classic apps you love: boneless wings, spinach and artichoke dip, chicken quesadilla, and mozzarella sticks. We also got the neighborhood nachos with beef. Very standard issue nachos. I honestly feel like those nachos are not really much of a step up from Del Taco or Taco Bell nachos.
Yeah.
They're kind of fast food nachos.
They were a little disappointing. I wanted the meat to have a little bit more seasoning.
Yes.
I think it was overall bland, but I did like the sampler.
The sampler was fun. And, Mitch, this is a thing I said to Nicole at the restaurant is that you and I have eaten so many of these sampler platters over the years.
Mhm.
I feel like this is one of our most commonly eaten menu items.
Well,
just from different
you get a little
restaurants.
taste of each.
You get a little taste of
little
everything.
taste.
And so we're used to this format. I thought this one was pretty good. I like the mozzarella sticks. I like the spinach and artichoke dip more than I expected. And I thought the chicken quesadilla got the job done. The boneless wings or whatever.
I thought overall it was kind of bland, but I still liked it. I thought,
Yeah.
you know what? Here's a criticism. the buffalo chicken very salty.
It was a little too
salty,
salty.
yeah.
A little too salty.
I usually will get them sauceless and then order the sauce on the side so I can control the sauce.
That's smart. Yeah.
But I was like, we can get them sauced. I know people prefer it that way. I love the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah,
I thought they were really good. I love the artichoke dip, the spinach artichoke dip. And I agree the quesadilla was like, great. It's a chicken quesadilla.
Here's another.
It's a fun sample.
Here's another bit.
The items are fun.
The items are fun. Another complaint, though, because you also get some chips as part of it, and then there's a pico de gallo. I don't think that pico de gallo has much flavor. I think they need a better salsa.
Yeah.
And you can dip the quesadilla in it too, but it doesn't really need it. But perfectly serviceable appetizer sampler, and nachos are kind of disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
The burgers. Here's where we get into the pickles dispute, and this was a whole thing.
Picklegate.
Picklegate was a whole mystery that I could not unpack, and when it finally got solved, I was shocked. You both got classic bacon cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole, you ordered yours without pickles.
Yes.
Mitch, you wanted the pickles. They arrive. Neither of them has pickles, which takes a second to figure out.
Well,
this child holding it was like, I don't know how to look, and then was like lifting it and lowering it and lifting it, and
it was
then
actually truly because you were like, which one has? Because she said, Nicole said, I ordered mine without pickles.
Yeah, and there wasn't even like a flag in one of them to indicate or anything like that.
And it was like what felt like way too long of the guy being like looking
it was funny.
and looking. It
like
was
lowering it and lifting it and lowering it and lift. And then you were like, well, you look. And I was like, no, let your fingies touch it. And then that kid really liked when I said fingies.
He did like it.
He was like, oh, fingies. Then we found out neither of them had pickles.
Neither of them had pickles, which was, to me, I'm a pickle lover. I like.
So you ordered a plate of pickles.
I ordered a side. I said, can I have
a big platter of pickles?
I said, give me as many pickles as you got.
Give me
back
just
there.
the jar of pickles.
And she said, you got it. Actually, that's not true. She walked by me first, and then I got her. She's great. I'm not trying to be mean to her. It's clearly.
Maybe too many tables. Maybe she was mostly in another part of the restaurant. We did get left alone for a little bit.
I also think she's a pretty person at a job she doesn't belong at.
Your theory of
right. She's very pretty.
She was very pretty, yeah.
And it's tough for pretty people to have jobs.
And also, she was very nice, but I also like this guy who's like, is there a gummy bear in my drink? And can I get a side of pickles? Probably pretty annoying.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I spilled my Shirley Temple.
Our side of the table was
Pop Rocks.
But then when she brought the napkins, they were like bathroom napkins.
She did bring a bunch of paper towels from the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it was like a class 5 spill. They had to do something.
Oh my God.
I thought this was for your hand.
No, and then you Weiger, you took the plate of liquid and slid it in front of Mitch, and then Mitch was like, whoa. And then she tried to pick it up, and she just went, I'll put a napkin on it, and picked the smallest napkin and just placed it on top. And I was like, this pretty lady doesn't understand that's not going to absorb any of it.
To give her credit, she did bring you another drink, which was a mistake because you could have just spilled that one as well. But there was Pop Rocks in that thing. It was popping, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But she brought us those paper towels. You then go on. You're the one who spills the drink. We use all our napkins to help you out. And then you go on to hog all the paper towels.
You did hog the bathroom napkins.
You hogged the bathroom napkins. You didn't give us the bathroom napkins.
I know. I defer because the napkins they were brought to clean up the spill, but then the other napkins got used. I got all discombobulated. I apologize.
So you had a pile of bathroom napkins. Nicole and I have no napkins.
Look, I got electrocuted. What do you want from me?
And every time you try to give us a napkin, since you were electrocuted, they kept lighting on fire.
And that's why people were looking. You were causing a fire.
But I ordered the pickles.
Man, having wielding the power of electricity would be pretty awesome.
It's pretty good.
Like Storm from the X-Men, that'd be
yeah,
bad.
that would be cool.
Having Storm's powers would be cool. Yeah. Not just electricity. You need more than
control
electricity.
The weather, right? But just electricity
it's not
alone
Ernest
is pretty
Goes
good.
to Prison just itself would not be as fun.
Be pretty good though.
I mean, pretty. It's better than nothing.
Like Elecman from Mega Man.
Yeah,
you're doing all right.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I want to control the weather so I can keep it sunny but breezy for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like a nice 68-degree day outside. That's what I would keep it at.
It's a little cold.
Yeah, get a little warmer. Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Well, I mean, if it's 68 but then sunny, like it has to be like really sunny, no overcast.
I like it cooler. I don't too hot.
I think this is the New England side of you.
Yeah.
You like things a little cooler.
The Boston side of ya.
Get me. Was that an Irish accent you just did?
Tired, the Boston side. The Dropkick Murphys have a pint.
The Dropkick Murphys have a pint.
Are they an Irish band?
They came to. Wait, were you at that show?
No, you weren't at that show.
You weren't at that show.
They were at one of our Boston shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tim.
that's fun.
What's up, Tim?
Tim from Dropkick Murphys.
Tim Brennan, yeah.
No, I was at a show where someone vomited in the balcony and everyone was so chill about it.
And then they blamed it on my Quincy friends. They were like, Mitch's Quincy friends were farting and puking in the balcony. And I was like...
Puke happened during the first show. Your Quincy friends got cut off before the start of the second show.
Okay,
There's
to clear this up, it was Wu who got cut off.
Touché,
and
yes. It was one
he was just buying people drinks. And they're like, you can't, he bought too many people drinks.
Man, you and I were texting that pic of Donovan Mitchell, your NBA namesake, in underwear with this huge hog.
Yeah. Well, to be clear, you also texted that, not me.
Okay, well, we were all group texting about it.
I would like to see the huge hog.
Let me see if I can bring it up. But he's in underwear, but it's a
Let me tell you,
substantial bulge.
That's fine.
It doesn't go from Donovan Mitchell to Donovan Mitchell. Not every Donovan Mitchell has that. The bulge is on it. It's a bulge.
I feel like you've said your penis is small too many times that I don't believe it.
Oh my God.
I feel like I think it's bigger.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like you're trying to hide.
You got what I was saying, right?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel insane.
Like you said it's small so many times it's actually huge.
Yeah.
No.
So on the left is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the right is Donovan Mitchell. This meme began with the poster said, "We outmeted Shai," which is the Donovan Mitchell fan saying that he has a bigger hog. So you can kind of see that there. These are two of the best two players on two of the best teams in the NBA.
Whoa.
Pretty substantial, right?
That's nice.
Yeah.
And Nicole, can I now say that I did a sketch on Jimmy Kimmel with Jack Allison where I wore a skin suit and people commented, "Where are their dicks?" This is the truth.
Oh no! Wait, this is.
Yeah, and then there is a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fan arguing that it's the out bulging does not mean out meeting. That he might actually have a bigger bulge, but maybe not actually bigger meat. It just could be more flattering underwear.
Boy, what a dream!
Yeah.
My mom was talking about.
He looks great. They both look great.
Yes.
My mom was talking about how she's wrong.
Talking about hogs.
My mom was like, sumo wrestlers get castrated so that they don't that's like a part of the thing. I was like, that's not true, Mom. That's like an old wives' tale. I don't know if that's maybe not the right word to say anymore. Old wives' tale.
You can say old wives' tale.
Old wives' tale.
Mitch, if you get canceled for saying old wives' tale, I just don't even know what the world is.
After I described how I jerked off the first time. My mom was like, they used to get castrated. That's how it worked. And then I was like, I'm going to look this up. And I looked it up. And then it said, the first thing that came up was like, do sumos have the power to lift their sacks into their bodies, their testicles into their
power?
Wow.
They get to the yellow sun, that's what they get to do.
Do they have the ability to do that? Which I was like, is that an ability that you can do? I never heard this before.
Here, try it right now. Try to suck them up.
Oh. We'll be right back. We're back.
You all right?
Yeah, Wags. We went to the bathroom. Wags helped me get him out.
The whole thing.
That's the whole
Honestly,
thing.
that would be sweet, and I do think you would help. And
I would help.
It would be.
Yeah.
He would help.
Your friendship is really heartwarming.
Oh, that's wow. Yeah,
it really is.
We have our bumps in the
It's
roads,
sweet.
but there's a lot of affection for each other.
Yeah. You would help. You would help pull my balls out of my body. I guess is what we're saying.
You gunked up, buddy.
You gunked up, buddy? That was upsetting. In the best way. You gunked up, buddy?
I got the quesadilla burger. Wait, so we got to put a bin on the pickles dispute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she came
comes
back to the
back and
table and she goes, "Oh, we're out of
We're
pickles.
out of pickles.
We're out of pickles.
We're out of pickles.
The prestige.
We're out of
We're
pickles?
out of pickles.
How can you be out of pickles?
I don't know.
That is it is nearly as crazy as saying we're out of burgers.
And how does the food runner not know that?
Yes. I mean, that is the other side of it. Which a part of me just thinks, I was like, can I get a side of pickles? And maybe they just were like, we don't want to open a new one.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with it.
We don't want to deal with
Very
this.
well could
it's
have
a
been
possibility.
I don't think so. I don't think
it's so easy to give a side of pickles.
It's not like an ordeal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was an odd interaction. I got the quesadilla burger, which comes with bacon, so I got no bacon on it, and I upgraded to waffle fries. How were your fries?
I like them.
You liked your fries?
They were hot. They were fresh. I like an Applebee's fry.
I was kind of disappointed that you got waffle fries. Well, we were going to share.
We got to share.
We were going to share our meals. We were going to share the quesadilla burger, and we were going to share this other dish.
Chipotle honey chicken mac and cheese, which I warned you.
You warned us.
I said it was nasty.
You said it was nasty.
You said it was awful. I agree with your verdict, which we'll get to. Mitch, you're glad that you got a bacon cheeseburger in a verdict.
You're
right?
glad.
We'll get to your verdict. This guy's been on the jury a little too long.
All right. Mitch, you're out of order.
Okay, well.
It was the dish is officially called the 4-cheese mac and cheese with honey pepper chicken tenders. The honey is I think the big issue, but the mac and cheese isn't working either. But let's talk burgers first. You were disappointed I got the waffle fries. Why is that?
Because I just there's few places where I like the waffle fries more, and it's I think only Carl's Jr. where I like the.
But didn't you get normal fries?
I got normal fries, but this is after all the whole.
Oh, I
this
see.
is
I
after
see.
the whole thing.
Oh, I see. Before
every
you're
single
getting your own
component
burger.
of every single thing had bacon was the issue.
Right.
Yes.
Was that the mac and cheese thing and the quesadilla burger? Everything had bacon.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, let's just forget this. I'll just get a burger. So I went with the bacon, and I on the spot had to come up with it. I didn't know what to do. I got a bacon cheeseburger with no pickles. It was just like such a boring burger. I like wish I could have done something different, but it wasn't a bad tasting burger. It was decent tasting. I couldn't eat. I didn't have an appetite, weirdly, which never happens to me.
That's okay.
So I could only. I mean, I still ate probably like 3,000 calories worth of food. But
I ate so much.
I ate half
we did have a lot of appetizers.
We had a lot of appetizers.
So,
I ate half my burger. It was decent. It was just very boring. And there's like, they don't even give you mayo as an option. It's just as like it's lettuce, tomato, onion, bacon, and a cheeseburger with nothing on.
No condiments.
There's no condiments.
That's wild.
It's dry. It's a dry burger.
Guy.
It's a dry guy.
And I love dry. I like a dry burger. I don't like a saucy burger.
Sure.
I'm a very plain lady. Like, I eat hot dogs plain.
I endorse that.
I think plain hot dog plain is fine. I just when it's a dry burger like that, I just feel like you need to have like the options of condiments. You need like ketchup and mustard and mayo.
Well, they had ketchup on the table.
They did, and I guess I could have asked for mayo and mustard, but I was just like, I'm just going to dip it in ketchup and call it a day. But can you imagine eating and then with no pickles as well? Pickles would I know you don't like them.
They're nasty.
But pickles would do some work for me in that scenario.
It would certainly help with it feeling like less of a dry guy.
Can you imagine eating that burger if you didn't eat ketchup or something, just eating that burger dry like that? It's so fucking boring.
I get what you're 100%
you like
get
it.
what
I like it. I think
it
has a buttery bun.
It does have a buttery. It did have a buttery bun.
I like that buttery bun.
It did have a very buttery bun.
And the bun is like a little crispy on the edges. I like an Applebee's burger. Also, I'm very nostalgic as like a kid. I used to get Applebee's burgers when I was a kid, and then my apple chimney cheesecake, which they do not have.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever been to an Applebee's, and there's an Applebee's in Quincy, which is that's what I wanted to break. That's what I wanted to break through with. Oh, geez. That's the first one I wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm. Was it there when you were growing up?
It came later on.
Okay, maybe after you moved out. I have been to Applebee's a number of times over the course of my life, but it is the one of, if we talk about like kind of the triforce of these sort of sit down bar and grill chains of Chili's, TGI Fridays, and Applebee's, it's the one I've been to the least.
Yeah.
But I do like Applebee's overall, and I was interested to see how it held up with my return.
Do you feel like, okay, so I love Chili's, and I feel like Chili's is just spicy Applebee's.
It is, very much. I think it's kind of like a Tex-Mex Applebee's. I think my Chili's might actually predate Applebee's. I could be wrong on that.
This was a topic of conversation last night. We said, is Chili's better than Applebee's? And I think we all said yes.
I would say yes, but you didn't have a great experience with your most recent Chili's visit.
No, it was a little upsetting. I got it was like a skillet cookie, and it was as if they put so much sugar in the fucking cookie that I just like simply couldn't eat it. But I do love the Southwestern egg rolls. Those are always a win.
Their apps are really fun. And I also will say, I think one thing I like about Chili's is I think they have more signature dishes.
Yeah.
Like Applebee's has like the riblets, which whatever. I don't need the riblets. They have a quesadilla salad, which I almost got, but I was like kind of like very familiar with it. So I was like, I don't know if I need to get this again. I got the quesadilla burger, which is pretty distinct, but they don't have a lot of like, oh yeah, that's the thing I go to Applebee's for. I feel like it's more about like the cocktails.
Yes.
The quesadilla burger was fun. Wow.
I liked the quesadilla burger. I liked it quite a bit.
Nice.
It was fun.
I thought it was a
But
hoot.
the way you tried to eat it really upset me. You forgot the bottom part of it.
I forgot the bottom part.
And then you were just like you were fingering meat. Like, I really hated it. I was like, please pick that up. I hated it so much.
I was not fingering meat.
You were fingering meat.
I was not fingering meat.
Ew, well, don't do all that.
I was doing air quotes.
I don't know.
I was not.
I was not fingering meat.
No, I was not doing that. I
was not fingering meat.
I don't do that sort of thing.
You picked it up and I watched your hand move a little. You were fingering
I
meat.
did not do that no, I don't do that. I don't
do that stuff, man.
I'll never finger the meat.
I've touched a female genitalia before.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. My guy.
Of course you react to that because it's the most alien thing I've said.
I love that you answered a question that nobody had.
Okay. The quesadilla was it was a little bit mushy, and it's now if you like it dry, guys, this thing was the opposite.
Yes.
One half of it was just a mess, and it had like lettuce, tomato, whatever on there.
And describe it, people who aren't familiar with it. It's basically in lieu of buns, it uses quesadillas.
Quesadilla.
Yes. So that's the quesadilla component.
And so I picked up the other half fell off, but I kind of liked. See, this is weird because I kind of liked the dry guy in this scenario. I like when it was just kind of that cheesy quesadilla with burger on it. I was like, oh, I like this more. The sogginess of the other half, not as much of a fan of that.
It was like, I don't think this is a place where stuff is aggressively seasoned, which is a thing you were saying earlier. So like the volume of cheese, I think, is really helpful with that burger just in terms of plussing up the flavor. However, the cheese was a real issue with the 4-cheese mac and cheese with the honey pepper chicken tenders. Let me read the menu description so people know what we
was aggressively
intended to be served.
It was made with hate.
Yes.
It felt like
a sweet and savory 4-cheese penne mac and cheese topped with applewood smoked bacon and crispy chicken tenders tossed in honey pepper sauce, served with a signature breadstick.
So we just ordered this for the table.
We ordered this for the table. Now,
which you weren't gonna have. You knew it was bad.
You were like, well, I'll just get it for the table. For the table. This lady did not give a shit.
Yeah.
You're like, for the table, and she's like, sir, you could literally put this in your asshole, and I don't care.
Did you hear my stomach rumbling?
No.
You didn't hear it?
No. Do you need more cheese?
I do need a slice of cheese.
We'll get our fork scores. We can take a break and then we can get more cheese.
The fat guy came out of me a little bit with relax. I know that we're tight on time. The fat guy came out of me a little bit and was like, this is for the table. I don't want you to think I'm getting 2 entrees.
Here's the thing. Lean into it. Sometimes I do order 2 entrees, and I'll tell them, this is both for me. No. I might take it home. I might eat all of it. We'll see.
I love that. That's
You're
alpha as hell.
See?
Yeah, why not? Live your life. Have fun. Who cares what people think about you? Yep. You think she went home and was like, this big old man ordered 2 entrees and kept saying, for the table, and I didn't believe him.
She probably more was like, I saw a guy get electrocuted and burp little sparks. Mike, our video, can you do a little spark? This is so much work. Can you do that?
Can you do that?
Wait, I can't. I shouldn't do it. I just have to hiccup, right? And then he'll do it.
You can make the noise.
You can make the sound effect.
Hiccup.
Is that how you hiccup? You say hiccup?
That's how everyone hiccups, no? Hiccup. Hiccup.
Hiccup. Hiccup. Hiccup. Hiccup. Sneeze.
Sneeze. And not achoo, the classic sound. Sneeze. Cheese. Burp.
Fart. Oh, dude.
Oh, sorry. The Applebee's.
Poop.
Piss.
That was a long one.
Yeah, that was fucking long as hell.
I was holding that in.
Wags and I had tummy troubles.
We did. That did not impact me well from a gastrointestinal standpoint. I was in a little bit of distress last night and certainly this morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah.
I was fine.
I'm glad to hear that.
I think it's my body likes Applebee's.
Yeah, it could be that. I also think that my body at my age does not take sugar well. And that brings us to the desserts, which were super, super sweet. Although I guess we should say what was happening with the mac and cheese more specifically.
The tenders themselves, not bad.
The tenders weren't bad on their own. The tenders with the mac and cheese made no sense.
No.
It was a sweet and savory mix that was a complete disconnect. And then the mac and cheese itself was some of the worst tasting mac and cheese I've ever had in my life.
It's like they missed the savory part and tried to make it all sweet. I don't know. It's disgusting.
It's more like macaroni salad flavor than mac and cheese flavor. It's like they dumped liquid smoke into it as well. It has like a little bit of a smoky character. It's really strange.
There's too much bacon stuff going on.
Too much
I said this, and I stand by this. If you made just some cheesy mac and cheese, a plate of mac and cheese, and put chicken tenders on
right.
That's a home run.
Good.
That's like a cafeteria dream.
Yes.
Anyone would love that.
It's great.
Yeah.
Why the fuck don't you do that? And they did it in just such a weird backwards way.
Here's the thing. They added too many components to the mac and cheese. They added unnecessary sauce to the chicken tendies. This is a classic example, Mitch, of Unga Pachka. Unga Pachka.
He's
Get it
right.
out of here.
Unga Pachka.
Unga Pachka.
Okay, get rid of one thing too many.
Yes. I usually don't send shit back, but when I did order that, I did send it back. They were like, "How is everything?" I was like, "Disgusting. You have to take this away."
If that was my entree, I would not have I would just have been hungry, or I would have ordered.
No, I was
else.
like, I need a burger, please. End this. End my suffering.
There can't. The challenge. I honestly think it's a challenge. I need to know if anyone likes that dish.
It's been on the menu for years.
Yeah. There's no way people. It's so
maybe
bad.
a little kid who just is not even has like
fucking little dumbass.
I don't know.
Idiot.
I'm just I can't imagine a person with a normal palate enjoying.
You think the Rizzler likes that shit? I don't think so.
I don't think
the Rizzler's
so.
giving that one boom.
No.
Or a doom.
I think he's giving it negative booms.
Yeah,
wow.
Doom.
The Cinnabon mini swirls and the triple chocolate meltdown. We got a couple of desserts. The Cinnabons, they're like mini Cinnabons. And then there's the triple chocolate is a classic lava cake with some vanilla ice cream.
Which was odd tasting. At first bite, it was like, this sucks.
It's like a little dry, and you got to get to the lava to.
And the chocolate tasted
really
off,
needed
like
the
you were
lava.
saying, and then the lava made all the difference.
The lava was night and day when you get those lava bites.
The lava was huge.
The lava was huge.
Once the
lava
was flowing, it was great.
I thought that was totally serviceable.
You dipped into the Cinnabons, and then you looked at the icing, and you went, some cummy icing.
Yes, you said this. You said this very much as like an aside. Like we barely heard you say it.
Yeah, it was like a whisper.
It was like this. Some coming icing. It's like that's how. And we were
it was so funny.
I did say it was cummy icing, kind of to myself.
And we were like, we heard you say that.
But it was cummy icing.
Yes.
It kind of had that sort of like,
It looked like they were gunked up in the
gunked
kitchen
up
back
Phil,
there.
Yeah.
And I thought the icing was quite flavorful. I really like this. I thought these Cinnabon mini swirls were so fun. They were kind of like 2 bites a piece. Like you give it a good dip, get a good bite, and maybe get a non-Cinnabon bond or a non gunked up bite. And then also the thing I discovered because we had 2 desserts is you get a little ice cream, a little vanilla ice cream on that Cinnabon. That's no problem at all.
Next time I go, that's what I'm getting. I'm going to get the little Cinnabons, and I'm going to get vanilla ice cream on top. I'm going to mush it all up, and I'm going to eat it.
Oh, you'd be in heaven.
Oh.
That dessert was great, and the lava cake was fine. All right, we got to get to our fork scores on Applebee's, unless there's any other thoughts, anything we missed. I think that's everything.
All gunked up, don't know what to do. It's a little 311 parody.
It's great. Really good.
I don't know the original song.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, that really sounded like The Wind or something. That was really wild.
It sounded like The Wind or something. Now you're wondering why I try to take little snacks.
That sounded like a wind, like a gust of wind, like you're in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
That
was wild.
That was my tummy.
Wow.
Wait, Emma, could you hear that?
I didn't hear that one, but it's possible if you heard it, the mic picked it up.
We can put that one into the episode.
If it was there, I will turn up the mic in that
Okay,
moment.
great.
Yes.
What is that 311 song? Oh,
I don't know. You're the one who sang the parody. I don't know.
All gunked up.
Yeah, all gunked up. What is the song? Don't know what to do.
Is it all fucked up or something?
All
or all
mixed
messed
up?
up?
All mixed up. That's what it is.
I don't know 311.
Oh, they're great.
Oh my God.
That was loud.
That one I fired.
Okay. No judgment. And then you're laughing. And he said, and then he said, that was loud.
Your body is a wonderland. That was wild.
I'm hungry.
I know.
hungry.
Get more cheese in you.
Well,
now you have no problem with me getting the.
We'll do our fork scores. We'll take a quick break. Okay, so
What am I gonna do? Go slam a sub or something?
I don't know. Think you get yourself a little bit more substantial of a snack?
Yeah, really.
I'm fine. I'm eating these.
Okay, great. Mitch, managing finances can feel complicated and time-consuming, right? But it doesn't have to be. Rocket Money simplifies everything, making it so easy to see exactly what's happening with your finances, track your spending, and give you full control of all of it right from your phone.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings.
See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For any you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with a few taps.
Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. Easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. See your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going.
Wow. Get alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. The new Goals feature automatically saves money for you without you having to think about it. Whether your goal is to pay off credit card debt, put away money for a house, or just build your savings, Rocket Money makes it easy.
Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you, sometimes by up to 20%. Wow. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service themselves. Wow.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/doughboys. That's rocketmoney.com/doughboys.
rocketmoney.com/doughboys. Nicole, you know the podcast before. You know how this works. We are each going to go around, give our final thoughts on Applebee's, and
can I just real quickly say what really helps is like when your stomach is growling, a nut, any sort of nut helps.
Interesting.
Like an almond, I don't know what it is.
They tend to be high protein, and so they're very filling. So
your body is looking for protein.
Nicole, we'll say our final thoughts on it and give it a score from 0 to 5 forks. Based on this visit and all of your Applebee's experience.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, your fork score for Applebee's.
I love Applebee's. I'm very nostalgic for Applebee's. It makes me happy. I love going there. I love the atmosphere. When I am out of town touring, I'll hit up an Applebee's. I love it. I think I'm going to give it four forks.
Wow.
I know, which is really high. But I think my nostalgia, I like a dry burger. I love those little Cinnabon things. I'm already planning my return so I can modify it the way I want.
Well, we'd love to come with you. Well, I'll come at least. I don't know if he'll come.
I'll come. I had a great time.
Yay.
I don't know if we're invited, but
You're invited.
We're coming.
That was a lot of fun.
I know your fork score is going to be lower, and I understand.
But I respect the 4 forks. Mitch, your thoughts, your fork score.
I don't know if I've ever been to one. This is maybe my first visit to an Applebee's.
There's something in your beard.
Is it cheese?
No, but you got it.
You got it, yeah.
It might have been cheese. It might have been something from the
I don't think it was a cheese.
No, I think it might have been like the shell of the nut.
Oh, it might have been the shell of the nut.
Or whatever. What is it called? The little...
No, you were right. It's shell, yeah.
But you laughed.
I don't know. I was just saying.
Am I wrong? Do I not know nut components?
I don't. There's the peanut has like the shell, but then there's like the lining on top of the nut.
It's in your shirt. What
I
is
think that's
it?
what it is.
I assumed you were laughing at the nut in your beard of it all.
Okay.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, we have 2 different things here.
Great.
Oh, and there's a little Wally hair there as well.
Cute.
So this. You are right that this is an almond like shell. Basically, a little almond skin.
Like a skin.
That's what
skin.
Okay,
that's
like
what it is.
Peanut skin.
Okay.
Now, and on the other hand, this is a little craisin bit.
Okay, sure.
So there were 2 different things on me.
Wow,
very
how about that?
interesting. Here they are on my fingers.
Very interesting.
Very
interesting.
2 different little, two little pieces of garbage on me.
Wow.
So.
Do you want to wipe it somewhere?
You want a napkin?
Nope.
I just
Use
put
them jeans.
the old
Garbage bag on
jeans.
himself.
The old.
Just put the garbage
old
lower.
jeans. That'll be fine when Adam Conover comes in here and has a nut allergy. Actually, I have a nut allergy. Whoop.
His hair gets higher.
His hair gets higher.
You're ruining
Wells?
things for him.
Yeah, he swelled up. He needs
He
Benadryl, and then it
swelled
goes
up.
back down. I had a blast. Just like today. I was striking out left and right on this podcast. I think I've turned it around.
You're doing great,
You're
bitch.
doing
You're
wonderful.
thriving.
Don't do that.
I had a blast at this dinner. It was great to see you. It was great to hang with you, Wags, always.
Oh, so fun.
Two of the funniest people in the
God
world.
bless
Come
you.
on now. It's the truth.
Thank you.
From the Cooper days on, I knew. Well, I knew you before Cooper, but still.
Yeah, but we didn't get close
we
until
didn't
Cooper.
We didn't get close until Cooper. I had a blast. I thought the food was subpar.
Okay.
Not sub. If I had just gotten that mac and cheese dish, this would have gotten like 1.5 forks.
That's a 1 fork.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's
Horrible.
a negative fucking fork. Ugh.
Horrible dish. Everything else is like around. It's like it hovers like from 2.5 to 3 forks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 2 points. You know what? I had such a good time. I'm giving it 3 forks. I think you're gonna go there and you're gonna have a good time. The drinks are good.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that appetizer platter, I think you can have a 3-fork experience here.
Yeah.
I'm probably being a little bit kind to it though. Wags, what are your thoughts?
But that's okay. I think it's fine to be a little bit kind to it because I think that reflects the experience you had. And I think that's mostly the experience I had. Before I get to my fork score, Emma, my understanding is that you have an incident in Applebee's where you had a panic attack. Is that correct?
Yes, the first time I ever wake and baked smoked weed right out of bed was with my sister in high school, and then we went to Applebee's, and I got too high while sitting in the Applebee's, and I had to leave and have a panic attack in my car.
Oh, no.
Wow.
But my sister came out afterwards and was like, "Are you okay? I had them wrap your salad for you." So I still got to eat my Applebee's, which was great.
There you go.
But yeah, I
Wow.
don't recommend getting too high in an Applebee's. But going to Applebee's high, A+.
It's a pro tip.
I
There
love
you
that
go.
you ordered a salad when you were stoned.
They used to have this salad that I loved. It was like, I wish I could remember it. It had like crispy chicken on it, and it was like
I still
kind
don't
of like
care. That is
the
insane.
club salad thing. I loved
Any
it. It
sort
was,
of
like, my
salad wasn't
go-to.
stoned. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
like,
what the
what are you
hell are
doing?
you
I
doing?
know. It had like creamy dry. It was like one of those salads that was barely a salad.
Yeah,
you know?
they-
It had like tortilla strips and stuff in it. It was like
This is probably why
Is it
you
an
had a
Oriental
panic
salad?
attack.
it might
like
have
the
been.
crispy
I'm-
Oriental salad?
Yeah, it
maybe
might
like
have
a
been.
kind of
I'm
like a
trying to
They still got it,
Southwest thing,
baby.
too.
They still got it. It was on the menu yesterday.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I should have gone.
I mean, like this thing that quesadilla salad I mentioned earlier. So it's like barely a salad. These
Yeah,
are
but
it's an
fun.
indulgent meal.
Yeah, it is. Thinking back on
So I
it,
think
I
it's
am
fine.
surprised that my stoned ass at 11 a.m. was like, "I'll have a salad."
I'll have a salad,
I was
please.
trying to be responsible, and then I was panicking in my car instead.
But are you overall an Applebee's fan?
I was saying this earlier. There was an Applebee's in Epping, New Hampshire, that we used to go to for like cast parties and stuff after for theater, and there would be like 20 of us. I'm sure we were so annoying.
Sure.
We probably ordered
yeah.
like 3 things and were obnoxious. We probably had 25 Shirley Temples, but we used to go there all the time, and it was a place we would go like get drinks. When I was in college, just like meet up when we were home for the weekend or whatever, because it's like cheap and easy, and you can always sit at that bar for hours. And yeah, so we used to
It's
go.
funny
all
that
the
you
time.
in
So
high
I have a-
school had the same order as Wags on this trip.
Hey, no, we're
I
getting
got
the
a
same
soft
thing.
spot for it.
Kids having fun? I'm also drinking a Shirley Temple.
Mind if I sit down? Mind
it
if I
the-
join you guys?
Is yours the Rockin' Poppin' Shirley? So I think what Emma's experience speaks to, this is like a neighborhood hangout, and that's the Applebee's thing, eating good in the neighborhood. That's the whole that's
But
the
are you
purpose
eating
of this
good in the
place.
neighborhood?
Are you eating good in the neighborhood? That's the question, Mitch, because I don't think a lot of these meal components I thought were either fine to bad. I wasn't particularly enthusiastic about the nachos. The 4-cheese mac and cheese with honey pepper chicken tenders sucked. The quesadilla burger was good, and the classic combo was pretty good. One of the desserts was fine, and one of them was pretty good. And I did think my Shirley Temple was a lot of fun. And I think where all that lands in a totality, is where the Spoon Man is. I think we're in the hand-holding club here. I think this is a three-fork chain. I think Applebee's is accomplishing what it's attempting to do.
Mhm.
I think it's a place where you hang out, you can sit at your table for a little too long, you can have some drinks, you can have some perfectly fine bar food, and you can have a great time, which I did last night. 3 forks for Applebee's.
You know what? I didn't know like what in the Chili's. You're in a Chili's, and
Yeah, sure.
This is a Chili's. Applebee's is just kind of plain inside. I wanted more trinkets or something.
It has a
Give me
little bit more of a neutral
Fair.
identity
Yes.
versus like a TGI Fridays.
Yes.
You're right.
Give me some trinkets, and also
Give me some trinkets.
give me some trinkets. I want the trinkets. I want some stuff on the wall. Give me a gator head. Why? Not that sort of, not like that. But like I'm
Oh,
saying,
you don't want one of them popping out of your toilet.
you don't want you don't want that. But you want a gator with some sunglasses on or something.
Yeah, that's
you know?
fine.
Okay.
Something like that would be.
That is
Yeah,
so
like
specific.
Think like a
You
note
want a gator with sunglasses on.
In the Applebee's.
Yeah.
Applebee's.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Alive
I'm
Yeah.
sure if you went to
Going around.
Gainesville, Florida, they'd probably have that.
I mean, look, it just needed more trinkets.
No,
Whether
I
it's a
get
gator
it.
with sunglasses on. What were you going to say about gator with sunglasses on?
I was just gonna say, like, you know, if you go back to Applebee's and they have a gator with sunglasses on, you're like, hey, they took the note.
I mean, I would like that. Here's a note.
We listened to the Doughboys. We added gators with sunglasses on
Here's
all our locations.
Here's another note.
Yeah.
When we were leaving, they, I mean, it was at the end of our dinner, but they just opened the door to
They
start.
sure
They
did.
did.
They just
yeah.
opened
And
the
it was
door.
It
cold.
was cold
And it
as
was
shit.
cold as shit, and there
Cold
were
air
people.
just blowing
It was
in.
like people hadn't even gotten their food in the restaurant. There was like people who were still sitting there
Uh-huh.
and
And they're like,
eating.
I think they
Get
didn't
out.
close for another hour.
Yes.
they were
Mhm.
just like doing all their side
They
work
were
cleaning up,
and look,
which is fine.
it's not. I get not wanting to be in a job, and also like it is not an easy job, and people are assholes.
Yes,
It's like,
yeah.
I get that side of it, but it was just funny to open up a door and have freezing cold wind
Yeah.
blowing into the restaurant, and we were like,
Yes.
all right, let's go.
I guess
It
we
did
should
reflect
leave.
on our experience.
Yeah.
It felt,
Yeah.
and also they do have the pay by the Ziosk thing, which harkens. I was just like surprised to see that system is still there. You pay for by the little tablet.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the-
yeah.
On the
The tablet was interesting because you could order apps, dessert, play a game, or pay your bill. But if you wanted your like main dinner, you had to flag down the waitress.
Yeah, this goes back to Doughboys episode 1, our
Oh.
very first episode when they had those at Chili's, and it was a whole rigmarole there. And the waiter there was basically like, yeah, this thing's gonna put me out of a job. Thankfully, that didn't happen.
Didn't
Thankfully, we
happen.
still have servers.
I also look. I think it would be annoying to be like, hey, can you close the door? I wouldn't do that either. I'm just saying there is like a way that you could have done that without like having the door open and not being there for like 10 minutes.
I agree. It did feel like there was a little bit of either obliviousness or you know just dismissiveness towards the customer side. For a
Well,
bit, which I
nobody
understood.
working was over the age of 25.
Exactly, which I
Yeah.
completely understand. Like whatever, but it did affect our experience.
Mhm.
I had a lovely conversation with a man outside while you were waiting for the.
I
the
saw
bathroom.
that. I went to the
kind of
bathroom for
man?
30 seconds, and I managed to come back and see you talking with another fucking weirdo.
He was a guy. He was a guy who was hanging outside the Applebee's, and he talked to me about language for a while, which was
Mhm.
interesting.
What did he say? What was his hot take?
He studied German, and he said like he talked about just how other languages sound to our ear, and it's basically like, you know, if you're not an English speaker and you hear English, it kind of sounds like what German sounds like to us.
Oh,
I'm like, that's
interesting.
And I came out and I was like, all right, which one of you two weirdos am I walking to my car with? I don't give a shit, but one of you I got to leave with.
A lovely convo.
One of you I have to leave with.
I got to go home. And we saw a poster for Kyle Movies movie, Y2K. Check it out
There you
in
go.
theaters. Yeah.
Did you want to take a break, or do you want?
No, I don't care. Keep going.
All right. it's-
But did that step on the promo for? Did we saw a poster for Y2K? Was it a Regal Cinema?
That's right. Regal Cinema.
Kyle
down
Movies
there in
movie. Go
Alhambra.
check out Y2K.
Are
Check
you
it out.
saying Kyle movie?
Kyle Mooney, but it is a
Okay.
Kyle movie.
It sounded like you said Kyle movie.
Kyle
did-
Mooney's
Kyle,
movie.
Kyle
To
Mooney's
make sure
movie.
you said it.
Kyle
Kyle Mooney's movie.
Kyle Mooney's
Kyle
movie.
Mooney's movie. Oof.
Kyle movie.
Kyle movies.
God,
Kyle Movies.
his publicist probably talked to him about this. Kyle Mooney's movie. That's
Hey, man. Hey, can you? I don't know if you'd make directing movies a great idea because your name is Kyle Mooney. We're going to start saying Kyle Movie. But I really care about this. All
I'm
right.
sure
all right.
his publicist sat him down to talk about it.
I'm very excited to see it.
I'm excited
maybe
to
I've
see
seen
it.
it by the
too.
time
I'm
this
going to see it
episode
this
comes
week.
out. All right, it's time for a segment. We were going to peruse some food-themed dating profiles and decide if we'll swipe
Oh my
left or
God.
right.
Ooh,
This
fun.
is Binge.
All right, ready?
Oh
Yes.
my God.
All right, so this is Binge as opposed to Hinge. These were compiled by Amelia Marino, our associate producer. First up is, and what we were seeing
Fucking
for our audio
Roni.
listeners, we are seeing a doctored dating profile for the site Binge, a photo of a foodstuff, and then some text that is their name
What
and
is
description.
It says 3 hours old?
So this is
hours?
this first one is Roni. This looks like a plate of macaroni and cheese. It says 3 hours old straight. I don't know what that not
sure
is.
about babies.
And smokes and
Sometimes.
my simple pleasures: crispy onions, hot tubs, the sound I make when you stir me. So
That's
is that
disgusting.
is that more of a mac salad? What is it?
No.
I think it's macaroni. You know, like when you make macaroni and cheese and you stir it
You
in
make
the pot,
through.
and
Got
makes,
it,
like,
got
a
it.
Really
You know what's not
nasty
fair
sound.
to Roni is that like this is like a situation where I'm like, oh, you remind me of my ex, which is that mac and
Yes.
cheese last night.
Oh,
It
yeah,
does remind me of
sure.
the mac and cheese from last night.
And
Also,
I'm afraid of it.
I liked baked mac and cheese. I don't want I don't want it this gooey.
Interesting.
It's funny because this kind of
pretty
looks like it was
gooey.
baked because it looks like it has like crispy top
But is
in part of it.
is that like what is that exactly? Like was that in the broiler or is that just some seasoning that's been put on top?
I feel
can't
like
tell.
it's seasoning that's been put on top of it.
I like a gooey mac.
I like a gooey mac.
This to me, the smoke sometimes, here's the thing, is like if I met up with Roni, if we went on a date, I'd be like, you got to stop smoking because I don't like smoked mac and cheese. I don't like that smoky fake chemical flavor.
That was revolting.
So a part of me is like sometimes
But you'll get the real smoke if they smoke.
well, this is the complicated thing with Binge. We don't really get what the fuck any of this means. But if it's a smoked macaroni and if there's smoke in that macaroni and cheese, I'm not going to want to hang out with it. I'm not going to want to go on a second date.
My big issue
is it 3 hours old?
That's what I was gonna say. That's my
Yeah,
big issue is the
so.
age.
3 hours old? You can nuke that though.
You can nuke it, but I'm like, if I'm gonna commit to the calories and the intestinal
want it
distress from
fresh.
macaroni and cheese, I want that like hot out of the oven.
All right, so we're swiping left.
I'm swiping left. On
Left.
This. Is left the bad one?
Yes, left.
Left is no.
We're swiping
Well,
left
this
on
is
Roni.
Binge based on Hinge. Do you swipe away or do you just go, no? I don't remember.
know. I've never used
We can
Hinge.
say
I don't
you
know.
swipe. Let's just say you swipe.
Let's say we'll
left.
swipe
Okay,
left.
swipe left. Goodbye.
We're swiping left.
All right, next up is Merrill.
Ugh.
Merrill looks like it's a can of cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
It has been
dented
it has been-
cranberry sauce.
Yes, it has
2
been
years old.
decanned from
It was
the
it was
dented can.
decanned at 2 years. I'm
2
guessing,
years
because
old.
It can't be. Yeah.
Has a 6-inch hog. It is a Virgo and is a long-term.
relationship.
That's
looking for a
really
long-term
funny
relationship.
that you were like 6-inch hog as opposed to it's just 6 inches tall.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
the height
That's
in
the
the
ruler's
apps
not
is about
hog.
your height,
Yeah.
not the size of your dick. Although I'm sure
Got
you
it.
could put that in your profile.
Which, by the
if
way,
you want.
6 inches tall. That's fucking 6 inches big as hell.
You're doing all right.
Is hell?
Big. No, 6 inches is big as hell. It's
Oh,
huge.
big as hell.
That's
yes.
fucking huge.
Yes, we're still talking about how tiny your dick is, and I simply don't believe it.
And the girth on that thing is actually out of control.
That is too.
It is
girthy.
pretty
That is too
girthy.
much.
What does it say below it?
Two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
2 truths and a lie. I can prevent UTIs. I was dropped on my head as a baby. My favorite food is eggs.
The lie is my favorite food.
Yeah,
is
that's
eggs.
got to be.
Like-
I think I'd fuck with this. I think I'm into the. I like the
She's
cranberry
cool.
sauce out of a can, and I
Meryl's
think
cool.
I think got a
Okay.
good sense of humor, some self-awareness.
I'm
there.
gonna say no, just
Just
because.
not your type.
Well, my grandpa loves canned cranberry sauce, and I don't want to think about my grandpa when I'm with something.
Oh,
Sure, yeah, I
See,
get that.
For some people don't mind
Some
that.
people like that.
But for me, Meryl just seems fun, and also like you're like, oh yeah, you did get dropped on your head as a baby. We can see that.
But then I'm
Yeah,
like, is
that's
Meryl lying? Was Meryl out last night and get fucking boned?
Oh yeah.
You know?
Jesus.
I don't want slutty Meryl.
I'm gonna go on a date with Meryl.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'll
if I
swipe
don't,
right
I
on
don't know if
Meryl.
I would want all Meryl, and this means I wouldn't want that whole can of cranberry sauce in one sitting.
Sure.
You may be different story. You might would eat the whole thing.
No, I think I'd take my time with it.
Yeah.
You like truly sound like my grandpa. Like he loves cranberry sauce, and on his birthday, he accidentally left it in the refrigerator and was devastated.
Oh man, That's
He
a bummer.
decanned it and put it back in the fridge and forgot about it.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And what happened? Did it just go down? Did it just like
Did it go down? What?
Because if you put it in the fridge, it's okay, right?
Yeah,
Or-
it's fine.
But
Oh,
he
did it
just-
go down? No, he just forgot about it.
Oh,
That will
sucks.
never lose its shape.
Yeah.
It can get hot and it's not going to
He
lose
forgot
its
about it
shape.
for like
he
a couple
forgot
of
about
days,
it.
basically.
No, he forgot about it for dinner, but he had it the next day.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So he didn't get it on his birthday.
that's maybe the worst thing is when you just forget a thing that's
sucks.
ready to eat and you're like, fuck, I fucking forgot this one thing. It's a bummer.
All right, Nicole is swiping left.
Yeah.
We're
Swiping
swiping
right.
right. Let's go on to the next one. Pinkford.
Jesus
Pinkford looks
Christ.
like an old sandwich. Is that a Jimmy
No,
John
it's a
sandwich?
Jimmy
No.
John sandwich, but instead of bread, it's
pickles.
Oh, I couldn't pick up on
So
that.
Nicole's nightmare.
Got it. So this is
I'm like queasy.
this is a Jimmy John sub. Looks like
All I know is
looks
that
like maybe turkey.
Is the question,
pickles
would I
instead of
fuck
bread.
that thing? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you would.
I think all of our viewers on YouTube will understand that, yes,
Yeah.
of course I would have sex with that
It
thing.
looks fuckable if you got a hog. It is Pinkford, who is 15 minutes old,
Pinkford.
packing 10 inches, is a moderate, a Scorpio, and
Drinks.
yes,
Yes, they
on
drink.
drinks.
It's a moderate.
All I ask is that you aren't married.
All right. Well, I like that. I like that upfrontness with Pinkford. Pinkford seems like a strange, an odd bird.
I'm gonna. Here's the thing. No disrespect to Pinkford. Make the choices you want to make. I'm gonna swipe left because this just isn't gonna be compatible with me. I don't want to eat a sandwich that has pickles for buns. I like pickles, but I don't want the pickles as buns.
This
Look.
is sick.
Will I secretly go out on a date with Pinkford? Yes.
So you're going to date Pinkford but not introduce Pinkford to your friends?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to introduce Pinkford to anyone. And then
Just
people
your
will be
shower?
like, people will be like, did you hook up with Pinkford? I'm like, yeah, we hooked up.
Oh, poor Pinkford.
Look, maybe Pinkford's down for that too. I'm gonna do it in a gentlemanly way, for God's sakes.
I don't know. Pinkford can't get anything from me. This is disgusting. The pickles are sick. The cold cheese is sick. This is nasty.
Maybe Pinkford meets my mom at some point too. Who knows?
You're going to introduce Pinkford to your mother?
And then my mom
But
was
not
like,
your
"That was a
friends?"
weird one." She'll say that at some point. Remember her? That was a weird one.
So funny.
Pinkford. I might secretly swipe right, but I'm not gonna tell you guys. So
Okay,
let's say
okay.
left. For the point of this exercise, we'll say left.
Let's look at the
point of
next
this
one.
Exercise.
All right,
Yes!
this is Shake. Okay, so I believe these are the Shack
fuck?
gummies.
Oh my
Yes, they're
God.
the Shack
These are the
gummies from
Shack gummies.
7-Eleven. Have you had them?
I have not had them yet.
They're bad.
Apodaka had them.
Wait, they're
He
3 days
thought they were
old?
all right, but they are very big. Yeah, these are like they're like
days.
palm
They're
size.
5
huge.
days old.
Fucking huge.
Their
The
hog
Shack
is only
gummies,
1 inch, so on par with Mitch.
They're called Shake. 5 days old, non-monogamy, practicing,
dog.
and yeah, like has a dog. You're not cool. You should not go out with me if you're not cool with my two friends tagging along. See above. So which one is Shake? Is Shake the one in the middle?
You know, that's
Oh.
a good question. This is maybe a little
Well, that's the thing about
sneaky.
Hinge is sometimes
You
Yeah, you
know.
can't figure out who.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of people in it. It's like, I don't know which one is you.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's like a mislead.
Yes, but I do think Shake is the blue one.
Sure.
I like Shake being the blue one.
And I think his two friends are twins. They're fraternal.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Got
can
it.
see that. Yeah, because there's a blue one, there's an orange
Mhm.
one, and a red one for audio listeners. If it's a blue one, I'm definitely swiping right because that reminds
Yeah.
me of the Na'vi from Avatar.
Or the Blue Man group.
Or
I
the Blue
love
Man
the
group.
Navi. Wait, do you
Na'vi
love
are awesome.
Avatar?
we
We love
love
Avatar.
Avatar.
Did you like the sequel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
love
loved
The
it.
Way of Water.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
It's
Some
so
people were
good.
like, it's too long. And I was like, it wasn't long enough. I love that
It's
there was no
wonderful.
story at times and they were just swimming.
They're just swimming.
It's
It
a
was
beautiful
so
movie.
nice.
I believe we've actually talked about Way of Water, the three of us before
Oh,
previously. I
probably.
think we have, and because we all had the shared enthusiasm
Ugh,
for it.
I
It's
love
great.
it.
It's so wonderful. It came out the same year as The Whale, a better whale movie.
A better whale movie. Yeah, that whale did poetry.
Yeah.
That when Payakan
Oh, God,
comes
it's
up
so
and
sad.
like saves the day, it moved me to tears.
I also cried.
It
love
was,
Payakan.
it's moving. Wise, I think that guy was holding a newspaper that said "Good Train," which I thought you would be
Whoa, that's
interested in.
cool.
Yeah.
You like trains?
I love trains.
Come on.
Okay.
Does he like trains? You got to ask him that question. Look at the guy.
In South Africa, there is a train company called Rovos Rail, and you can take it just like up the continent. And we went from South Africa to Zambia/Zimbabwe. You would have a really nice time on it.
Wow.
Because
Is it
before
fancy?
the trip, it's pretty fancy. You don't have any service, so like you kind of have to just enjoy being on the train.
Sure.
But before you leave, the man who owns it takes you on a tour of like the train yard, and talks to you about how they take old train cars and redo them, and how he imports like the carpets and stuff and how they rebuild them. I was like, not for me, but a certain person would really love hearing all of this.
Yeah,
here's the thing. He'll never cross an ocean.
I've never crossed an ocean, but that sounds fascinating.
You've never crossed an ocean?
No, I haven't.
You haven't been to like Europe?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't know. The plane ride I'm not crazy about.
Do you know about Xanax?
Yeah, I know about Xanax.
Would you ever take a Xanny and then wake up?
I don't know. It's like a whole thing. This is a whole thing.
This is basically we're treating him like one of the chimps from Chimp Crazy.
That sounds fascinating. When did you go on this trip?
Last New Year's.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
We were on the train for 4 or 5 days, maybe 4 days.
And you basically traversed the continent south to north?
Well, no.
Far?
That would take so long.
Yeah.
This was just south, maybe up through like, we didn't even make it to like the middle of Africa.
Okay, got it.
Zambia and Zimbabwe they're not super far from South Africa.
Got it.
Did you see animals on the ride?
Yeah.
It
was really cool.
That rules.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swipe right on
Same.
Shake because I like the food. If you're putting this into the dating terms, it is weird, but then I was maybe like, maybe this will be fun to hang out with this person.
I'm a little concerned that this gummy person has a dog and it's going to end up like a hairy gummy.
Oh yeah, sure. That could be a whole thing.
Emma, that's
not particularly pleasant. I'm gonna swipe right anyway. You know, I tend to say that gummy ain't yummy, but I like Shake's attitude, and also because all three look identical.
Yeah,
the gummy ain't yummy got me good. Woo-wee, that got me.
I just realized that Shake is also supposed to be like Shaq. I didn't even realize that until now.
Yeah.
I got it because of Shake Shack. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. But whatever color Shake happens to be, I'm fine with it. Let's go to the next one. All right, Ethan is a mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
It is fresh. Age is fresh. It is liberal. It is looking for short-term relationships and lives in Silver Lake. How about that? Interesting. My greatest strength: massages, making coffee, buying you anything you want. So it seems like a kind of a sugar daddy situation.
Is this my Hinge profile?
Is this you?
Is that you?
It might be me. I 100% am swiping right.
Yeah, 100%.
Same. No
He's
questions
a no-brainer.
asked.
Ethan, oh my God, what
Ethan,
a dream.
Oh my God, I'm already coming.
All right.
Also, just kind of
Ew.
know. This looks disgusting. Beatrice is a bowl of clam chowder that looks very old. It says old enough to be your mother, a Libra, not vaccinated.
Funny.
Pills sometimes.
Pills sometimes. What if I told you that the clam's not fresh, but my mouth sure is?
Yo, Beatrice is funny.
Beatrice is funny.
That
but
bitch be funky.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Beatrice. This is not someone I'm
Yeah. I'm not going to secretly swipe right on Beatrice either.
No, Mitch. What, are you okay? The way you wiped your eye.
I got something in my eye. I think I got that almond shell in my eye.
When you do that, you look like a big baby. Put your tongue back in your mouth.
That was funny.
Ooh, that got me good.
Beatrice, I maybe would swipe right on Beatrice. The old thing is a little. I would swipe left, but I'm like thinking about it. I
think that looks disgusting, and it looks like it might get me sick.
All right, we're swiping
I'm
left.
There's a line in a song, I can't remember what it is, but it says, "You funky bitch, you left your pussy in the bathroom," and it's just talking about like a funky smelling pussy.
Yeah.
Beatrice has a funky smelling pussy.
Oh my God. Wow. Is that really?
Well, yeah, it says the clam's not fresh.
Yeah,
right,
and I just can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't want a stinky puss.
No, I know that
That's
song.
not a pussy friend.
That was the Benny Goodman Big Band. All right, let's go to the next one.
That's it. That's the end of it.
Oh, that's the last one. Wow.
Wow,
Beatrice.
we only wanted one person. I think that's good.
That's good.
I think that's
the way
healthy.
it should be.
Yeah.
It reminds me of I was singing Long December to start this episode, but it was funny. You know how he's like, a lot of oysters, but no pearls. You know that song? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck this.
Does anyone know that song?
I just know the part that goes Long December.
Yeah, no one knows.
I just know the Long December.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then who cares? But I was saying oysters are like oysters are good, is what I was.
Yeah, I love
trying to say.
oysters.
Oh my god.
Can I also just say, as
snip, snip, snip.
Oysters are good. Oysters are good. Wait, have you guys reviewed Shake Shack?
we have reviewed Shake Shack a couple of times.
Have you ever found a pearl in an oyster before?
No.
No?
At a restaurant?
Have you?
I have, yes.
And what'd you do to it?
No, oysters.
Oysters too?
Yeah.
I think it's in clams.
No, it's oysters.
I think you ate something bad.
No, I found a pearl in an oyster.
How
one
big was
time.
it?
Fucking small.
Fucking
What did you do with it?
Did you put on a necklace for your mum?
My mom took it. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool. I didn't know you could just order oysters at a restaurant and find a pearl in them.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to. But wait, we were talking about Shake Shack.
Yeah. I think you guys should review it again because they're going to serve it on Delta flights out of Boston.
So we were looking at that, and
yeah.
This is Mitch. This is a thing we were texting Carlson about. Is that we were trying to figure out how to review that because is it a first class only thing? Like,
Yes.
how do you get? It is a first class only thing. So
I'll fly Delta back from.
I'm 99% sure it would be a first class thing.
we could try it.
Shit, yeah. But I mean, I guess we could with Doughboys. We could pay for my flight from Boston back to LA first class on Delta.
How are they going to? The
I'll
thing
do
to
that
me
with
is
you for research. You know.
Yeah. Wait, never mind. No, Emma, I'm down. Let's do
how
it.
are they going to heat that sumbitch? Is the thing because I feel like it's not going to have like you can't just put a burger in a microwave and have that come out. It feels all.
They got those little ovens. They do a trick. They do.
But
their
I don't
trick.
know
We'll see.
with the meat. I think they can get the bun good, but I'm worried about the
I'm
burger.
worried about the meat. I feel like the meat's going to
What
be
a piece of
mushy.
shit that I'm trying to take money from the Doughboys company, but then when someone else wants it, I won't allow it to happen. I just realized that's how I came
We were trying
off.
to skip over it.
Yeah, I know,
And
but
you
I couldn't
brought
help
it back.
but point
You're like, I'm bad. I'm a bad boy.
Let's try to be funny. But Emma, we should review it. And I
That'd
think
be fun.
Sorry, Wags.
You're cutting me out of it?
You're gonna fly to Boston, then fly back?
I don't know. We'll figure something out. If
Yeah,
we're
We're
gonna
not gonna
review
do
it,
it. We're gonna
That's a great
be
pitch.
over there.
Hey, thanks.
All right. Hey, just like a restaurant about your feedback, let's open to the feedback. Today's email is from Maddie in Columbus, Ohio. Maddie writes, every so often I remember a tweet from Weiger back in 2018 reading, I think I shall become a Western wear guy. Wow. And wonder what could have been. Weiger, what happened? To make this question more substantial, if you had to choose a different hat style to commit to other than your usual LA and Boston-based team caps, what would you choose? E.g. cowboy hat, top hat, propeller hat. My lovely husband and I both love the show. Thanks for reading. Thanks so much, Maddie. Blast from the past. I'd completely forgotten. I tweeted that at a certain
Maddie,
point.
don't base your wardrobe choices on something Weiger tweeted.
6 years
I think what Maddie is saying.
Jesus.
I think what Maddie is saying is that because I've thought about getting Western wear. I wore a cowboy outfit for a sketch once on the Comedy Bang Bang TV show, and I loved how I looked in it. I was like, I could be a Western wear guy, and then I just never pursued it. I went a whole different look, but I kind of want to try it at some point. Have you seen Bruce Brown on the now on the Toronto Raptors? Have you seen how he dresses on the bench?
Oh yeah,
he wears Western wear. He looks incredible.
You can dress up on the bench?
Yeah, because
what if they put you in?
Well, if you're inactive, if you're injured, you're not going to be in the game. Let me see if I can find a pic.
That'd be really funny if they were like, "All right, cowboy, get on in."
I'm gonna tell you a place where you'll love. I got to look though. Hold on 1 second here.
Well, I got a ton of Western wear, so if you ever need any tips.
Wait, do you really?
Yeah.
Because you're very fashionable. I love your sense of style. It's very specific to you. I haven't seen you just bust out like the Western wear. I feel like specifically in the studio, but this is a thing you wear sometimes.
I feel like I've seen you in Western wear. You've this like crop top that's kind of Westerny.
Oh, okay.
I like
Western shirts, but I like to cut them a little short.
I like it.
Thank you, Nicole. But I wear cowboy boots a lot. I can't wear them in the studio because I gotta like crawl around and like
right.
wires and stuff. But
we should do a Western wear episode. Everybody dressed like a cowboy.
Oh my god,
do it.
I went to Yucca Valley.
There's Bruce Brown. Looks great.
I think that would look nice on you. It's a very subtle nod to Western wear.
You could do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I think that would look really nice.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I think more men should explore style.
You should get a 10-gallon hat.
I guess more people. I shouldn't exclude other people. Fuck it. I don't know.
I rubbed off on you. We're doing the same thing at the end here. That's the problem.
It's the issue with having a podcast is you can say something that there's nothing wrong with, but then you start thinking like, what's the bad faith way someone could take this?
Yup.
And then so you overcorrect and you end up sounding like you're being weirdly defensive. Here's another one. That's a little bit more of an aggressive look with the sleeveless.
You can do that. I think that's nice. And I think if you didn't want to do sleeveless, you could do like a short sleeve, but cut it a little bit and roll it.
Oh, okay.
I think that would look really nice. I'm
Can I be
into
honest with
this
you?
for you.
Maybe I'll do it.
I don't think you should do it.
I think I'm going to do it.
Just because you're scared to explore your style doesn't mean you should tell your friend not to do something.
I would look great as a cowboy. I would look like a bad guy. It would be great.
A bad guy?
I would look like one of the bad guys in a cowboy movie. Wise, you should do it. I think you'd be happy to do it. You should try it. Why the fuck not?
I could also see you
dress
looking...
like you gave up. You're like, don't do it. Okay, whatever. Speaking of bad guys, have you guys seen Face Off?
Yeah, I love Face Off. It was an incredible, perfect film.
I just saw it for the first time.
What'd you think?
It's great.
It's so good, right?
Fantastic.
It's so fun.
I think they should remake it.
Interesting.
With ladies.
Yeah, that's fun. Lady
I
Face
think
Off
it would
is
be
fun.
really fun. Like, I just love that. Like,
Is Lady Face Off fun?
I think so.
I think Lady Face Off is a good
I would
pitch.
love to play the John Travolta character
All right.
because that is so fucking
be
cool.
great.
All right, now I am on board. If you're in this movie and it's you playing the John Travolta character,
Because it's
I
John
want to see it.
Travolta playing Nicolas Cage pretending to be John Travolta. Like
It's
just
insane.
it's so fun. Yeah.
I think Weiger should do it. You dress like a child a lot of the time anyway, so I think replacing your spinny cap with a fucking cowboy cap is not that bad of a choice.
I'll try it out at some point. I had an idea for a movie akin to Face Off. It was the same sort of premise, but it's Dick Off, and it's like a guy with a big dick and a guy with a little small dick, and they both get like their dicks blown off, and the surgeons go to reattach them, but the guy like does a dick swap, so he gets the big dick, and the other guy gets the small dick, and the guy's just trying to get his dick back the whole time, and then both their lives completely change.
Sounds like a future Doughboys double.
But there could be some other way to get into it. I just thought like it's kind of like one guy would want to do it, but it could be like the same sort of criminal setup.
You gotta write it.
Maybe I will.
I think you should. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you should write Dick Off.
I
think you should.
Genuinely think it's very funny.
I think it is funny.
Right.
Don't get me
and
wrong.
I truly think if people played it committed, it would be even funnier. Like, it wasn't like wacky or anything. It was just like, I need my dick. What is this little thing?
Very
This
seriously,
symbol?
he's like, I'm going to take his dick off.
God, that's so funny.
You should do it. You should write something. I support you writing.
Yeah, maybe I'll write something at some point, or I'll think about writing something.
Exploring clothing options.
And I support him. Yeah, I think you should do it.
I'm gonna do the Western wear thing, and I'm gonna write
clothing.
something.
Yeah, I do bad with clothing.
You don't do bad. I think you could do more fun.
I went to the Yucca Valley Film Festival where Matt Mazzani he showed Big Brothers.
Hey, how cool is that?
Congrats
to Mazzani,
and,
which you're in,
which I'm in,
and you're great.
That's why I went. Thanks, Wags.
Nice.
And thank you for saying that. But we were up there, and you would love Yucca Valley. There were a bunch of cowboys up there. There were guys dressed as cowboys, and like young, new, like piercing cow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
kind of cowboys.
Young, new piercing.
Young, new pierced cowboys. They were like these are modern cowboys.
A Zoomer cowboy.
A Zoomer cowboy.
How old are you actually? Young, new Pearson cowboys.
There were young. I met like a lot of young pierced cowboys. There was one guy I'm thinking of specifically, but he was a character, and he was like a young cowboy guy. You would like it. You check
I'm
out
sure I'd like it.
Yucca Valley. Yucca Valley? Yucca Valley.
I think it's Yucca Valley near
Yucca
Joshua
Valley.
Tree.
Yeah.
When I was in Boy Scouts, because the yucca plant is very sharp, and the one of the scoutmasters said, they call it yucca because you if you touch it, you go yuck, and then when you release it, you go ah. And I thought about this like. This joke doesn't like. I was like 11. I was like, this joke doesn't work.
Yeah,
what are you
that's
talking
such
about?
bullshit.
You don't say yuck when you're hurt.
No, you say
ow.
ow
Afterwards.
It should be
yeah.
ow.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I was pissed off about that.
This man was a predator. Saying that to a child, when you get hurt, you go yuck, and then when you're not hurt anymore, you're like, ah. That man was sick as hell.
He might have been the predator.
Yeah, truly. Go find him. He's bad.
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedback@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double Our Weekly bonus episode plus our entire pre-2018 back catalog, subscribe at patreon.com/doughboys. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our engineer is Casey Donahue. And our video editor is Mike Dorfman.
Wags.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, I just want to say congrats to Pamela Hayden, The voice of Milhouse.
The voice of Milhouse.
Who's retiring from The Simpsons.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
she's very sweet to me. I don't want to, she's a very nice person to me. And she would, and I'll say this because this is how nice she was, but it's a personal thing, is that every year on the anniversary of my dad passing away, she would call me and talk to me.
That's really fucking
she's
sweet.
really sweet. And so congratulations to Pamela. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Can I say real quick?
Please.
If there's anyone in Applebee's corporate, can you please bring back the apple chimney cheesecake? Maybe for like a limited time or something?
I agree with
I agree with you.
Nicole.
I think why not?
I agree.
How did you say my name?
I agree with Nicole.
I you said Yoko.
That was the wildest way I've ever heard.
I agree with Nicole.
It sounded like you were having an aneurysm.
I think I got emotional a second ago, which was insane. But it's the truth.
It's not insane. That's really fucking sweet.
She's a very
really
sweet person.
I've heard nothing but great things about
because you
Pamela.
love The Simpsons,
You're
right?
gonna make some shitty joke though.
I wasn't gonna make a shitty joke.
Well,
No.
were you gonna say something?
No.
Yes, I worked at The Simpsons. She did not call me in Milhouse's voice, which is the joke I made last night. She's great. So congratulations to Pamela.
That's so nice.
Nicole Byer, our guest, the funniest person in the world. Why Won't You Date Me is the podcast. People should listen to it. It's right here on Headgum. Anything you would like to plug right now? Tell us about the podcast and any other plugs you got.
Tell you about the podcast? What? Is that what you said to me?
I don't know.
I just got so scared and
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know why. It's a podcast about dating. It's fun. You can listen to it. I also have another podcast, 90 Day Bae, about 90 Day Fiancé. It's on Patreon. And then me and Lauren Lapkus have Newcomers, where we watch things that have been part of the zeitgeist for a long time that we haven't seen. And then Best Friends with Sashir Zameda. I have too many podcasts. Yeah, that's it. I'd be talking.
Wait, when you did Newcomers and we did the Batman Mask of the Phantasm episode when you covered Batman, I love that movie.
I
but
know,
it's
and
fine.
I don't know how.
Anyway, but I don't know how you like Joker Folie à Deux, but here we are. We coexist.
Because it's feminist.
But you did you get to the Joker movie when you did the Batman series?
No.
You didn't. Okay,
We
so that's
didn't.
why you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we just didn't watch it. We watched something else instead. I can't remember what.
Wow.
But you know what movie I did like?
What's that?
The new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. It was like 3 hours long, and it could have been an hour longer.
Wow.
Oh man, I
I loved it.
I didn't like it.
I like the Batman.
You didn't like it? What about the part when he's in Catwoman's apartment and she's got all those cats and he goes, "You have a lot of cats." I screamed in theaters. I loved it so much.
Well, I may not agree with your movie taste, but you're one of the funniest people we know.
It's true.
It's
Aw,
the truth.
thank you.
Thank
This
you
was
so much for making time for us.
delightful. What
I'm
a
so glad we did
treat.
Applebee's. How
Me
fun was
too.
this?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
Put electric shocks coming off
Yeah.
his thumbs.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's better.
Bzz, 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 bzz.
Hey, buddy, we got some new merch for the holidays from our buddies at Kinship Goods.
Wow. We got hoodies, Wags.
We got sweatshirts.
Wow, we got koozies.
That's right, #1 clown-ass dad koozies.
Yeah, that's right. We got it. You can give it to your dad for the holidays.
What a gift. We got stickers, sticker sheets,
Bumper
and individual
stickers.
stickers. Check all that out.
Stickers for you, stickers for your car.
And also, Snow Gators t-shirts.
That's right. The bit, not even we made a shirt of it.
You want to think about those Snow
Snow
Gators they
Gators.
got up north in the Toronto Bayou.
Wait, what color are they?
Oh, those gators? They're white.
Wow.
Wow. Kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's the URL for all our new winter merch. Get it for the holidays for the Doughboys lover in your
Yeah.
life or for yourself.
Don't stuff coal into their stockings. Put one of these dumb gifts instead.
Kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.